Hello, chat. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. It's bedtime. I'm going to bed after this. Quick stream, then going straight to bed. What language are we? Oh, this is C++. We haven't been... I guess there was only one other stream, and it was a while ago. Hello, Irish Major Tom. How's it going? Stream would have started about 30 minutes ago, but OBS decided to change some settings for no reason. Just on its own. I love technology. There are only good programmers in the world. No bad programmer has ever existed. No, no Rust. What will the game name be? I really want to say the N-word. That'll be the game name. Yes. Yeah, we're Pirate Software maxing. I'm feeling good. I hope your application gets accepted. Pokemon Chalk. So Pokemon end. Yeah, I mean, sure. Anyway, it's been, oh, fuck, that's what I was gonna do. Oh well. Anyway, it's been probably a month since we did this last, so, I doubt anyone remembers what we were even doing. Mostly because I don't remember what we were even doing. I do know what we're gonna start with. This still is, you know, at least semi-pretending to be a teaching stream. So I gotta bring up my boy Microsoft Paint to help me with God's work. And I think I have finally figured out how to get to show up on OBS. And if not, then I might actually be retarded. Which is possible. That's a real possibility. Let's see. Alright, the retard allegations, they're already... Come on, MS Paint. You motherfucker! Why does it do this? I thought I fixed it. Alright, never mind. Let's try Photoshop. I'm running in Administrator. That fixed it last time. It seems that... I might have to explain this with words instead of pictures, like a fool. Like an actual doofus. I'd never be caught dead using my words instead of pretty pictures. Alright, try number 2. Please. Yeah! No! God fucking damn it! Why doesn't it show the actual picture part? Alright, I've try number 5. It's so fucking over, dude. It never began for Debben Cells. It never began. You'd think I would have set this up beforehand, but I was spending so much time in the fucking OBS settings that I, there we go. Yeah. We can paint max now. Alright, anyway. I did that for an hour. Another Wombat, thanks for the membership. And, Jimmy Johnson, thanks for the $2. Fun Yehesi. Indeed. Alright, so I'm going to teach you a very basic concept that people pretend is, like, really hard for some reason. So, last stream I explained what a variable is, but it's been a long time. so I'll explain it again. So this is a variable. It's just a box that holds something, and we give it a name. So I'll name this poo, because that's what I name all of my variables. I don't know what to call. It's something related to poo. And it's going to be an integer variable, meaning it holds, I'll write int on top. Right, look at how good my fucking handwriting is, by the way. So it's an integer variable. That means it holds an integer. And we'll just put a 1 in here for now, right? Okay, so that's what a variable is. If I write poo, I'm referring, and I ask like what poo is, I will get a 1, okay? So this, like, just keep in mind that this is an actual thing. Like, we have a space in memory that has a 1 in it, okay? Then we have a reference, right? And I'll call the reference poop. And a reference, which in C++, I think is ampersand, is what refers to it, but I might be wrong because I don't remember. For that, we're pointing to this, okay? So this doesn't actually hold anything, and it doesn't take any space in memory. It just refers to something else. And once we say poop, equals poo, these are now linked forever, right? So if we have a second, let's say we have a second box, and this one has a 2 in it, and I now say poop, and I'll name this one P. And we say poop equals P, right? That'll turn this into a 2. This does not make this point to that. That won't happen. I just realized this probably isn't. Oh, it is showing. Okay. This does not make poop now point to this. That's not how that works. Can I undo? I can't undo. Instead, it'll turn poop into a 2. Instead of a 1 there, it'll be a 2. Okay? Now, we have pointers. This is the one everyone pretends is really hard, but it's not. We'll have pointer penis. Maybe I should write it out in words instead of drawing a penis. All right, so we'll have pointer penis, okay? Penis. And this is a star. We make that with a star. I mean, obviously the star key doesn't look like a star, but pointers are stars. Okay? And what a pointer does is it is its own box that holds a code, and then that code points to this. What it is, it's the address of the memory. So it can point to something. So if I say penis equals poo, fuck. Penis equals poo. It will put the address for poo in here, and it will now point to poo, right? And we can now do things to poo from penis, the same way we could do things to poo from poo. Now the difference is, and this is the only important thing to know, there's nothing else important about pointers. I mean, there definitely is, but no one needs to know it, unless you're gay. Unless you plan on wearing some really long socks and start wearing skirts and stuff. You don't need to know anything else. The important part is, penis, if you want, you can now set it to P. Right? So now, we've killed this. This is dead. I don't know how to have an eraser. Okay. Wow, this is ass. How do I make it bigger? There we go. We can erase this. And now, penis points to P, right? And now we can do all the things we want to P without affecting poo. This sounds very dumb. I'm as I'm saying it. So the only thing you need to remember out of all of that, I wish I knew how to clear the image. Actually, I can refresh. Nope, that doesn't do it. File new. Only thing you need to know. A pointer, you can change. I feel like I'm wasting my time. The pointer, we can change what it's pointing to. A reference, you cannot. The reference will forever be linked to what you set it to, and the pointer, you can change what it's being set to. It's the only important thing. Okay? Jimmy, thanks for the $5. We're doing gay shit in Carl Shia. Yup. Alright. So, I'm sure no one learned anything from that. But, it's not important, because we're about to use it. So, before when we left, I was having a map of every active Pokemon, right? But I realized that's kind of silly. Because on Pokemon, you have a field, right, of guys. And the field is who is active on the field. Like, you have slots, right? So if it's a 2v2, you have 2 slots on each side. So why, rather than having just a list of every Pokemon, why don't we just create those slots? So I'm going to create an array of pointers. What do we call it? Did we just call this Mon? Yeah. And that'll be the field. So what this means is, remember, what's the difference between a pointer and a reference? What this means is, if a Pokemon is switched out, oh fuck, we can just replace what this is pointing to the new Mon that's switching in, and we don't have to change anything else. So there you go. There's pointers for you. I probably made it sound way more complicated than it is. But again, the only because I'm explaining to people who don't even know what a variable is. What's happening in 30 minutes? We all die. We all die in 30 minutes. 30 minutes is when the music ends and I have to reset it. Is the important thing. Can you be in the game? You're already in the game. You're already in the game. Okay, so anyway, back to speed running. Because last time we did this, only because that's how I program, because I like doing it because it's fun. I focus on elegance. There's going to be no elegance now. I'm just gonna speed run to get as much done as possible, because every time I look at chat, it slows me down by about 15 minutes. So as soon as I figure out what the fuck I was doing yesterday, or by yesterday I mean a month ago, whatever we're doing last, we'll speed run what we're doing. Oh yeah, see, look, I use a reference right here. There's a reference. What was I doing? We're going through the battle size, T-map. Oh, okay, so this is us adding everything to that thing that doesn't exist anymore. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I was going to talk about. So initially what we wanted to do is create a list of priority, right? Of who's going to go first, right? Because you want to know which Pokemon goes first, not just for attacks, but also, like, let's say 2 Intimidate Pokemon come on the field at the same time. Who's going to get their Intimidate off first, right? So that's what we're doing initially. The thing is, that doesn't make sense, or at least it limits what you can do, because if the speed changes within that same window, you'll have to recalculate the priority, right? So, like, imagine you have an Intimidate Pokemon, except instead of attack, it's speed. Now you have to recalculate all of that that priority list. So rather than doing that, we're going to do it the lazy way, and we're just going to loop through fucking everything every time. At most, you're going to be looping through 12 things, which takes, I don't know, like 1/1,000,000th of a microsecond, So rather than creating a list of priority, we're just going to loop through everything. On enter. Yeah, okay. So, all right. So we're gonna start with. Wait, stop. So on entrance abilities. Are you stream Legends ZA? Yeah, definitely. Always give prio to your opponent? No. No. Speed has to matter. So we're gonna loop. This is a loop. This is something Pirate Software doesn't know. So if you're just paying attention to me writing this loop, then you're ahead of the game already. Anyone who does this is a psychopath, by the way. Everyone calls me a psycho for doing it the other way, but why would you not want these to line up? Look, they're in a line now. Doesn't this just look stupid? It's like, huh? What? Where's the other bracket? I can't see it. But now, big old pretty line. Make gyms have 2 types instead of 1. I don't even know if I'm going to do. I don't even know what I'm going to do with the video game part yet. We still have to make everything function. So we loop through everything, and we're just going to have a. Again, I'm doing this. Is there a better way of doing this? Yes. Do I care? No. Because we're I just want to get things completed. Speed, and then I'm just doing it by index. Okay. So we're looping through everything. We get the guy. Let's see. What is this called? Field. I'm gonna have to. What do we do for Mon? All right. Let's see. F stat. All right. So we're gonna have to write a function for get stat so that I don't have to do something annoying. And this, I'm not even gonna bother making this a U function. Get stat. So if you don't know what a function is, the first thing is what we're getting. So we're getting an integer. Then we name the function. Then we're asking this is what we're putting into the function to get what we want. And I'm going to put it within this structure, which, again, if you weren't here last time, you don't know what it is, and I don't want to explain it at the moment. Thank you, AI. It wrote what I was going to write, except faster. Sorry you don't understand anything. It's okay. You'll figure it out as we go. Like I said, I'm trying to... I'm speed running this part so we can make at least some forward progress. All right, that's all done. Okay, so what we're doing is we stop. Get stat. What stat number is speed? Let's see. Speed is 5. All right. So we are going to set. All right, we're checking if speed. Stop. All right, whatever. I'm just making a third variable. I don't care. Again, speed run. So int new speed equals this, and we're literally just gonna check is new speed greater than speed, and is let's see, used contains I. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, AI. See, AI, it's smart. It's writing what I was gonna write anyway. Isn't that great? That's all you should ever use it for, by the way. Never use it to write something you wouldn't have already written. It's like a quicker autocomplete. Anyway, so what we're checking here is, so we're looping through every Pokemon on the field. And we're starting at 0, because that's how you count in programmer lingo for whatever reason. And we're grabbing the speed of that Pokemon, and we're checking, all right, is the new speed greater than the last speed? And are we not have we not already gone through this Pokemon yet? And then, if both of those are true, we change speed to new speed, and we're changing the index to I, because this is the index of the guy. Actually, we probably don't even have to save the index, I'm now realizing, because we can just do this. We can do used dot add I, and then we do on enter I. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Okay, never mind. I was smart. I don't know. I was thinking ahead. All right, and then we set index to I. Okay. And then once this completes, all right, I'll peek at chat for a second. Learn to code, interesting grammar. You're at a welding job. We about to get a woman welder pop in. Should I smash or just act like it's another coworker? It depends on how attractive she is. That's always the rule. Anyway. All right, so we found. Now we haven't actually done anything yet, because we want to finish looping. So we put this in another big loop. I love double loops. That's how you know it's well-written code. It's when you have a loop inside of a loop. Like I said, quick and dirty is the plan here. Okay. And we have to move these guys out now. Hello, how we're doing? We're doing good. We're always doing good. Anyway. Because we have to check this against everything else. So we start at 0. Again, if we find a new thing. And then once we make it to the end. Used. Dot add the index. Then we on enter at the index. And then we just go again. And that should be it. That should be done. Hello, chat. Hello. Anyway. That seems good. So we haven't actually done anything on enter, but we have nothing to do at the moment. But now we know how everything enters the field. Now, what happens after that? So we throw all our Pokemon out in the field. Random abilities happen. Now we actually have to play the video game. So how are we playing the video game? Well, somebody has to pick a move. But that shouldn't happen. That obviously doesn't happen here. I don't know. Anyone feel free to post if anything else, anything I've forgotten about, like something that should happen before. Also, this on enter, it's gonna be by index. Anyway. So we need... I really wish I could see. There we go. So we're gonna have, somebody needs to pick a move. What? Am I inserting right now? Why is it doing a little square there? Anyway, someone has to pick a move. So we're going to do... Obviously, we don't get anything from this. That's what void means. We're not getting anything from the function. All right. I'll call this move used. No. Or choice made, maybe. Choice made. All right. For double... Do we want all the decisions made at one time? I feel like that would make more sense. That you just feed all of them. Because, you know, when you play... You're doing double battles. It's not like you pick something, then it attacks, then you pick another thing, then that attacks. No, you pick both at the same time. So, we'll feed it an array of integers so that we can give it multiple moves. And the order will just be based on whatever the order of the mons is. What's up, my dude? The sky, sir. The sky. Anyway. All right. So these are, you know, this doesn't count as AI. It's just a tool of some kind. To have it write it for us. Also, when that time runs out, we all die. So be aware. Until we don't have long to live. All right. So we're gonna start with. Whoa. Is it just me or these? I feel like I'm a violent schizophrenic. Is what I'm learning here. Is it just me or these lines weird? Maybe I am just a violent schizophrenic. Anyway. So so we have to figure out who goes when. We should probably get the AI's moves too. I kind of want to feed this into something. Anyway. Let's just imagine we got the AI's moves. Because we have we don't even have moves. We don't have things to do yet. So, let's make another function called... This one will not be a U function because I do not want blueprints fucking with it. We'll call this... What is happening? Okay. Void execute turn. No, we only want... All right, now what do you need to know for a turn? So we need to know the move itself. No. We don't need to know that. We need to know who's using the move. So that's one. We'll call that attacking. So A. So we need A index. We need the move itself. Let's go with move it. ID. So who's using it? Oh, who the target is. So we'll do T for target. And that should probably be it, right? Who's using it, what they're using, and who they're using it on. Sounds about right. Oh my god, Irish Major Tom's leaving. How dare you? How fucking dare you? You do it for free, and you need to be here. No, I'm kidding. Is Pikachu a virgin? I don't know. How else did those other Pikachus get there? Soul, you're leaving too. Rip. Anyway. Alright. So, I'm just gonna steal this fucking priority function. I wonder if I should just put this in a function. Say, like, get next in line. But how will it remember? Yeah. I'll make it a fucking function. Now you're learning the first thing. Again, I'm a greater man than Pirate Software ever was. Because rather than just copying and pasting this code, which is what I really want to do, because it's lazy, I'm going to actually write a function for this. I should put it, I'm going to put it down here because it's stupid. I'm going to call it get next in line because that's just what my brain likes. Next in line. And we need to feed it a reference. Remember we were talking about pointers and references and something? We're feeding it a reference to an array. Used. There you go. And then we need to know nothing else. I don't think we need to know that because we already did, right? Do we need to give it the speed and the index? For what reason would we need to give it the speed and the index? Yeah, no, I don't think so. Can you believe Kobe told you I'm a worthless mod? Where does he get off saying things like that? That is funny, though. I have no worthless mods. All of my mods are extremely worthful. Anyway. Oh, wait. This should not be a void. We need to get the next in line from it, which is an integer. So all this is going to do is loop through. I need the center loop. Whatever, I'll copy the whole thing. It's going to loop through this whole thing and just return whoever has the most speed. Turn, get this fucker out of here. Be gone. Stop. Does anyone remember how to... shift tab. Okay. So we're going to add the use to the index, and then we're going to return the index. So we're just returning the index of the next fastest thing that has not been used. So what we do is we have our speeds, new speed, blah, blah, blah. We're looping through every single Pokemon on the field. And we're just checking, is it faster than the last thing we checked? The last fastest thing we checked? And have we already dealt with it? And if we haven't done either of those things, then we're going to say, okay, it's our new fastest thing, and we're going to store it in index. And then once we make it through literally everything, we add it to used, and we pass it back. Okay. Very simple. So now we can kill this. Be gone. And we just say get next in. Why did... I really don't like I didn't capitalize that. Get next in line. Feed it used. You know, fuck it. We're making this one line, like what every programmer dreams of is something only being one line. Reigning Terror, thanks for the $2. Caught a Lord Brownmire stream. Have some money. Thank you. I'll need it. Channel's dead. It's over, dude. It's fucking over. The Frogmire channel, the Synthetic Man channel, I checked, like, there are a bunch of edgy YouTubers I watch. All their channels are dead. It's over, dude. It's over. It was fun while it lasted. I warned you. I warned all of you that this would explode at any moment. It's unfortunate that Kobe's being dragged down with me. Now, the reality is we just have to figure out whatever the new rules are and try to follow those. Because if it's something that's affecting everyone, that means, you know, someone with more invested than me will figure it out. From everyone I've checked, because I went through like basically all of the people I'm subscribed to are actively making videos. It seems to be disproportionately affecting edgier channels. But still some like completely normal channels seem to be getting fucked after this recent YouTube update. But like the ones that haven't been is the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff I'm subscribed to seems to have had no change at all. And those are probably the most safe content, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm not super worried about it. Bemp, thanks for the 1 month of membership. Unless you get likes and comments, regular views don't matter no more. The thing is, I don't know how much that matters, because or how true that could be, because me and Kobe have very disproportionate view to comment ratios. Like, me and Kobe get insane amounts of comments for how many views we get. So me and Kobe would probably be doing fine, and we seem to be getting fucked pretty hard. Not the hardest I've seen, dude. One of I can't remember what the channel's called, but one of the guys I'm subscribed to got fucking obliterated. Like, lost probably like 95% of his views in the last 2 weeks. Maybe I should research that more and see why he got fucked so bad. But yeah, I don't think it's likes and comments, only because, like I said, me and Kobe get way more comments than we should. Maybe not enough likes. Maybe people aren't liking the videos enough. Because we get lots of dislikes. Likes, not so much. Likes, not so much. Anyway, back to what I was doing, which I don't remember already. Oh, yeah. We're doing the execute turn. Where are we? Where's the execute turn? Did I delete it? Huh? Start battle. Prio. Choice made. Get next in line. Yeah, I deleted execute turn for some reason. Not sure why I did that. Yeah, everyone like the stream, or you'll be banned. Those will be the. I don't ban anyone. You can say whatever you want, do whatever you want, but if you don't like the stream, permaban. Yeah, the biggest channel I've seen affected by this has over 500,000 subs, so it's like not just small channels. And I wouldn't know if even bigger ones do, because I'm not subscribed to any big channels. Musty Krusty, thanks for the $10. Can you recommend some channels? Too much slop on YouTube, can't find anything. I'm gonna be honest, it depends on what you like. Personally, I like watching videos on really obscure games, so most of the channels I'm subscribed to are very small. Let's see. I'll literally just look at my subscriptions, see if anyone super interesting has uploaded. I don't know, dog. I don't know. There's this cool Lord Frogmire guy. I'm just like scrolling through Smite and Yu-Gi-Oh, basically. And so unless you like Smite and Yu-Gi-Oh, there's not much for you there. Tom and Don is a funny channel. I'm a big fan of Simple Flips. He plays like Mario 64 ROM hacks. Vlade Posting does some obscure game videos. Victor Two Bears is like a Seth clone, and his videos are pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, that's about everyone who's uploaded right now. Or at least in the last couple weeks. Everything else is Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Smite related. Anyway, back to this nonsense. All right, so we're doing the execute turn. So we'll do our next in line main, which involves looping through the field. I think, so normally you would have stuff like items would go first, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't like items. I don't even use items in Pokemon. Not a fan. Not a fan of items in battle. I mean, maybe we could. Nah. I can always add it in later if I feel like it. I don't really want to do items. It's cheatering. If you're using items in battle, you're cheatering. What is it? Next in, or... And then we do... Oh, fuck. This is wrong thing. I forgot. This is if something's attacking. I kind of want to change the name of this. I'll call that a round instead of a turn. Because a turn feels like... That's like everything happened, not half. SpongeBob is next. Oh, fuck. There you go. We're back. Also, we all died. What are those suggested videos? What were they? I see Japanese. Poketoon. SpongeBob. Oh, it's like YouTube Kids is my guess, is what that's recommending. You got a Roblox app. That's funny. Anyway, where was our fucking... Oh, choice made. Oh, here it was. Anyway, okay. So we loop. Oh, yeah, because we have to go through the choices. No, that's fine. If I is less than... You know what, let's just feed it... Yeah, let's assume the AI has already made its choice. Because I don't think it makes more sense. Oh, duh. The choices have to have the target. Alright, I'm just create a structure for this. I don't remember the syntax for this. So you want to know what a structure is. You notice I'm using like int blah, right? This is a variable, a box that holds an integer. Now I'm going to create my own box type. That's what a structure is, basically. Oh, what'd I just do? Okay. Where do we put this? It's right on top. Okay. All right, so we're making our own structure, which is our own data type. Let's see. We're gonna call it move, or I'll just call it choice. And if it'll be the move ID, and it'll be target. Okay. So then we go choice made. I'm gonna have this be lowercase, just because I like it like that. This not promoting rage bait content seems like an attempt to suppress any criticism of anything, because you can classify any criticism as a rage bait, especially if not approved by marketing. I'm not even sure if it's rage bait though. That's what I'm saying. Like it's hitting a lot of people, like a lot, and I wouldn't consider all of it rage bait. I mean, it might just be people caught in the crossfire. I don't know. It seems to me just more of a a universal change that happens to hit some people harder than others. All right. Let's see. So an array of choices that we will call choices We'll call this P choices just because we're gonna do both. And then another array. Fuck. An array, in case you don't know, is just many variables. E choices. There you go. Can you have sex with think anthro women in this fan game? At the moment, you can't do anything. That's how you know it's good. That's how you know it's good, so you can't do anything. All right. So now we loop through the field. Where's the field? Field. I is less than field. All right, we loop through the field. Let's see. How much did the AI figure out? Not much is the answer. Index is next in line. And we want to execute round. All right, we're just gonna have to do again, we're speed running, so definitely a more elegant way of doing this. But so if what's field index arrow player owned. I'll have to make that variable, which I might as well do now before I forget. I'm sticking this at top. There you go. Look, the AI knew. It's smart. All right, so if it's player owned, do that. I'm sure that's right. I'll read over it if it's not. And then something has broken. It didn't do that bracket for some reason. This isn't a furry game. The character creator comes second and the game comes first. Will we be playing Freedom Planet later? We can. Does the main girl get tortured? I really don't remember. Like I said, the story of that game, I was skipping through. But basically every time I played it. But yeah, this could turn into furry stream round 3. I'm down. Anyway. All right, let's see. Let me read to make sure. So we're going through P choices. Yes, index. Dot move ID, target ID. Yeah, okay. Cool. All right, now we need to go. All right, what is actually happening in a round? All right, we might actually have to start making moves now. So things have things to do. All right. Why did I write a for loop there? All right, what do we do? What is a Pokemon? What happens? All right, first we have to get the move. So the move, we have to get field, A index, moves, move ID. Okay. Now we have the move. And what does the move do? I don't know. We don't have any moves, so how would we know what they do? What are the plans for this game? Is it an isometric pixel Pokemon game? Do you talk about it at the beginning of the stream? Right now, the plan is to make the battle system, and we'll figure out the rest from there. That's the plan. Stan. Because Pokemon needs a battle system, or you have no Pokemans. So we have to make a move, at least right now. So let's see. We have F move. Okay, we already did that. That's good. We have a structure for a move. And what does it have? It has the name. Okay, that makes sense. The type of the move, the power of the move, the accuracy of the move, the damage of the move. Oh, wait, no, that's if it's physical or special. And what is attack? Whether the move is an attack move. Oh, yeah, I forgot we're doing attack and defense moves. Okay, cool. Yeah, it seems like everyone I watch is getting their channel. Yeah, dude, it's like nearly universal. That's why I'm like not super worried about it, because if it's happening to so many people, someone will figure out, you know, like what needs to be done to continue existing. Because it's not like it just a million channels are gonna die. Or maybe they will, who knows? Like I said, I'm under no delusion that this would last forever. All right. We made a singular move here. So first we need to define. How do I don't remember how you write constructors of a struct anymore. I might have to look at one of my previous things. Maybe I'll just fucking run it, and if I fuck it up, I'll fix it later. Let's see. All right, constructor should be like F move. Something like that. All right. I like how it writes that. Thank you, AI. Very cool. All right, so what, oh, that's what it wants to do. Do you think that India could do that, by the way, or they're absolutely crap since you know how to code and know the field? Do what? Could India do what? India can do whatever they need to do except poop in the toilet. That one they can't do. That one's too hard. All right, so the type. First, we need to do an enum for types since apparently we don't have that yet. Why are these both mon names? Move names. Yeah, so we need a types enum. That's just all the Pokemon types. I mean, run it for now, I guess. You can always change them later. Fire. Oh wait, that's not what I want. Fire. Powered, 40 accuracy. I'm not worried about any of this. Is it physical, false, attack? Yes. AI means actual Indian. Change butt to Bugman? Oh, do you mean just change bug to Bugman? I don't think I'm going to stick with the types, but for now I'm not worried about it. Thing is, do I want to already start setting up I think I do. All right, so how I'm going to actually do this to make it more readable is F move, move. Move. Move dot fill that, and then we're gonna do added effects. Let's see. Because, okay, moves do more than they just hit people, right? If we're thinking of Ember specifically, it burns, right? So we need a way of defining those additional effects. And this is going to be its own structure because I want moves to be able to have an infinite number of additional effects. And those effects need conditions. So it's going to be more than... you know, it's going to be more complicated than just a single number. So, an additional effect... I like how the fucking... I've just been kind of like... I don't know, whatever. The U property thing, I've realized, doesn't make any sense for like half of these. But first we need the actual effect itself. This will just be... then condition is probably... Condition. There's probably some other stuff that needs to be in there, but I'm not worried about that at the moment. Because... Could you set the max as an integer that's equal to your list of effect sizes? You set the max? What is that related to? Set the max as an integer that's equal to your list of effects size. The max what? Where? When? How? It may be because your comment's behind. I don't know what you were responding to. How easy would it be to code a mystery dungeon-like game? Depends on how complex you want to be. It could be very, very easy if you wanted it to be. You could probably code it all in blueprints. Let's see. I'm waiting for Manny to elaborate. Conditions are a loving wife, stable job, and a stable nation. That can't be happening. That can't happen. I'm sorry. Anyway. Alright, so move needs... U property. Needs a array of effects. D. So that we can theoretically have an infinite number. And then... That's why I did it like this. First of all, I gotta delete all this shit. Be gone. Why is it... Fuck it, just return move. It pissed me off. Okay, I assumed you'd make your list of effects an array. Could get the total number as an integer. That way you never have to set a max size to come back and change. There is no max size. I mean, the effects is an array, but it's theoretically infinite. So any move could have any number of effects. So, like, theoretically, if I wanted to, you could have a move that burns, sets up weather, sets up spikes, heals you, you know, causes perish song, and it does, you know what I mean? Like, obviously you'd never do that, but if you wanted to, you could. Were you a coder in your day job? No. I worked on a fishing boat. And there, I developed horrible, horrible illness that has followed me until now. And I'm now on my healing arc. I've had an idea floating in my head for a possibly complex mystery dungeon-like game, but coding is foreign to me. I don't know. I don't think it'd be that hard. If you just, like, watch some tutorials and stuff on, like, blueprints, so you wouldn't have to actually fuck with the coding part, you could probably at least get something working really fast. The more, like, complex systems you might not be able to do, but... function pointer for effects that just null for basic attacks. Maybe, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm a big fan of the flag system because theoretically you can mix and match flags. You'll see, or maybe not. You'll see. We might not get there, yet. But this is how I've never read the source code of the Pokemon games, but this is how the Pokemon fan game, Pokemon Essentials, does it. Is through flags, and I like it. It seems nice. Anyway, we have to actually add the flags. Move dot effects. Add. Chance. Nah. Okay, well, the AI has figured out a lot of things. I knew this would need more. Yeah, we need chance. The percent chance of something happening. The question is, do I want status to just be a flag and then you define the status somewhere else? Or should each status just be its own effect? I was jamming. Yeah, that's probably how I'll do it. It's just status will be its own. So then, not target. Yeah, I'll just make it an array because I'm just thinking. Condition chance. Because why not? Why couldn't something? No, because that's the whole point of being able to have many of these. So I'll just make this integer. I could always change it later. No, this is. I don't know what I'll call this. For now, I'll just call it flag. When is the torture stream? As soon as I can bear to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm currently silver. Like, that's how much I played the game. If you don't know, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Silver is the second lowest rank, and you can't even rank down. You can only go up. So, yeah, once I can bear to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, will be the torture stream. So anyway, all right, FX. So we're doing the ID. Again, this enum meme will change later. All right. Status. The order. He has fucked the order. Chance. What is Burns' chance? I don't remember. I'm making it 50. Just fuck it. Condition. Oh, I fucked up the order, haven't I? Yeah. So this should be condition. And that'll be. Yeah, this is real bad. I need to do something about this at some point. That point is not now, though. We'll do on hit. So we actually have to successfully hit the opponent to I'm putting a right. Condition that, then chance. 50. All right. Magic the Gathering is the choose sport. Can't stay awake longer. All right, good bed, Tong Con Con. All right. Let me just double check what I'm doing makes sense. So Ember is a fire move that does 40 damage, has 100 accuracy, is not a physical move, and is an attacking move. It has an added effect, which is a status that causes burn on hit and has a 50% chance of activating. That sounds right. Test. Ember, blah, 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 blah. Making sure statuses is not on here. That's what's... There's way too many enums. It's not good. Not supposed to do that. These should also have semicolons. Gotta make sure. Because the structures also need to have semicolons, I think. I might be wrong about that one, but I'm pretty sure. Alright. That's done now. So moving back to our execute round. So we have the move. Now we must hit the enemy. How are we hitting the enemy? Huh. Okay. So first we have us, and then we have them. So I think first we need to check for blue on target. Oh, you know what? Rather than... No, we can just check for condition. No, I'm going to rename this. I think condition will still be there. Where is this? Mon data. Oh my god, it's spooky. I'm spooked. This will be activation condition. Go. AI, why? Help me! God damn it. You're making me copy and paste like a peasant? I want, like, activation condition. Or, like, when are we checking this? Because it's like certain things will activate, the additional effects will activate when you move, right? Like, as soon as you use the move. Other things we'll check. And you know what? No, I've changed my mind again. I think we will check on condition. I'm just like thinking, when do we want to execute the code that is resolving the flag, right? Like, when does that happen? Because certain things are going to happen as soon as the turn starts. Some things will happen near the end, but I think I will hold that in condition. All right, we're using the move on the target. We're going to hit them. So we actually need a formula now. Did I just steal it from Pokemon? Maybe I'll do that later. Because, like, you know, they have a bunch of math. Frogmire, our brothers are fighting. What does that mean? Who's fighting? Is it the Pikachus? No, they're chilling. They're being chilling. Yeah, I just saw... Okay. Frogmire, yo, hello. With you saying hello, my alarm is about to go off, and I'm going to take a pill. So, I'm going to be right back to take pill. And then, I think we'll move on, because I'm probably off stream. I'll make up a damage formula of some kind. Anyway, don't leave, or do leave. I'll be right back. I'll make Pikachu big before I leave. Where are you, Pikachu? Oh, I forgot he's behind. There you go. All right, be back. Just in time. Or not. I actually don't know how long it was. Anyway. Put me back on top. It's poll time. It's everyone's favorite time. I love poll time. I am God. Yeah, everyone has died. Now it's poll time of what we do now. I love poll time. Let's see. All right. Here are your options. I gave them all names because I think it's fun. You either get Smite 2, which is the Rage stream, Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is the Torture stream, Freedom Planet, which is the Furry stream, or React, which is the Drama stream. Damn, Smite 2 is getting obliterated. Looks like it's between Furry stream and Drama stream. Drama stream's winning, but by less than you think, since there aren't that many votes. Ooh, what's it gonna be? No one wants the Torture stream, which is fine. Or the Rage stream, which is probably for the best. We need to know first. All people want is slop and drama. What's drama? I don't know. It's just react to things. I'll find something. You voted Smite. I wish I could see. Is there any way for me to see individual votes? Or like, I want to see the actual numbers rather than the percentages. Damn. Furry's losing now. It's almost going to lose to Yu-Gi-Oh! What drama is even in there? I don't know. Hello there, Devin. I exist again. That's good. Gilgamesh. Thanks for the 20 pesos. My lord knows how to stir the pot. Yeah, I'll just have to cause drama. If I can't find drama, I'll have to cause. I'll make it. I'll make the fucking drama. Should you buy a PS5 or an Xbox Series X? I'm on a tight budget. I mean, I probably wouldn't get either. I guess it depends on what you want to play. I'm gonna be honest. If I had a PS5, I don't think I would play anything on it. Rage bait for React stream. All right, what's rate? Yeah, since it seems like Drama stream is gonna win, so I'm gonna have to set up the things. If you have any suggestions of various rage bait to watch, I'm open to it. Hello, chatter. Hello, Sergando. Hello, hello. Let's see. Bro, I'm fucking jamming to this Pikachu thing. Silk Song comments? Yeah, okay. We can do that first. Lord Frogmire, I need more videos? I think videos are probably going to slow down for a bit because I have to do a test. Because one of the guesses is that they have they're like valuing watch time way more than they used to. Is one of the guesses of why people are getting hit so hard. So if you look at me and Kobe's most recent bombs, they were both our shortest videos. So I think I'm gonna try making a really long video, even though I said I'd never do it again. But I guess I'm doing it again already. So, yeah, yeah, back to 3-hour video essay meta, maybe. So that's what I'm gonna try. Anyway, yeah, 1-hour video part 2. This one will be 3 hours though. Maybe 7. Maybe I'll shoot for 7. Anyway, I need to find my own YouTube comments. Destiny is legally trapped. Oh my god. Can you believe it? Switch account. Me. All right, this will be a warm-up. Might as well, how do you go to your own video? Oh, here we go. I'll turn this down a little bit. Anyway. This will be a warm-up. So, think of, if you have any fun rage bait. I mean, I have something in mind. And if no one comes up with anything interesting. But if not, you know, I have to, like, move this. Why is it, what is it doing? Oh, duh, it's because I had this cropped. I'm like, why is it? Let's see. There we go. It's pretty awesome what's happening in Destiny. It is kind of funny. It is kind of funny. Honestly, dude, I don't know. For how my content's gonna go until people can figure out what's going on with YouTube, I'll probably just be testing a bunch of random shit. Anyway, drama time, I guess, for warm up. Who's that frog guy? I don't know. I think he's pretty cool though. What's happening to Destiny? Apparently he has CP. Like, he, like, admitted to having CP. So that's cool. Anyway. Rage Bay. Yeah, that's fine. You will marry tall bug ladies. Yep, that's fine. I'm down. Molds being defeated. Wow, these top comments aren't so bad. Frog slop. That's true. You will watch the Rage Bait and you will enjoy it. It's true. Can't wait for the Bonanza S. There's no fucking way. This game is going to be dog shit. There's a 0% chance this game's going to be good. I mean, there's a reason I didn't make a Donkey Kong is going to be bad video, because I knew I was going to like it. In fact, I even said it in the Switch 2 review video. I knew I was going to like it. This game's going to be bad. You don't, actually, we'll wait till I get to that comment. Silk Song, blah, blah. Yeah, 7 years for an indie game is not that weird. It's 7 years for an indie game after releasing a hit and it then being good. That's basically never happened before. Feels like Death Stranding. Nah, dog. I don't know why. I don't get it, dog. No one learned their fucking lesson. Like you said, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'll be proven wrong, but everyone was like, dude, Cyberpunk's gonna be the greatest game ever made. I mean, just look at their track record. They had Witcher 1 and 2, which were cult classics loved by the people who did play it. Then Witcher 3, which is something people consider to be one of the greatest games of all time, and everyone loved it. Then Cyberpunk, which was the biggest piece of shit ever, and I called it a mile away. Now, you have Hollow Knight, which was already mediocre, that was, propped up by a bunch of retards who've never played a good video game before. But not bad, just okay. Then you have 7 years of them clearly jerking off and not doing anything. they announce the game, and it's coming out like right fucking now, which is already a bad sign. And then there are no review copies. You know, oh, that's just a coincidence. Don't release any early review copies. Wouldn't want to hurting initial sales when people say it's shit. Yeah, no, I don't fucking buy it. This is going to be okay at best. At best, this will be a 7 out of 10, just like the first game, which will be, 10 times more disappointing because they already had the first game to work off of. Par Pudding. Mr. Goldstein, I've earned the role of being a moderator for Kobe, so I'd like to be one for you as well. You did say this is a criteria for one. Is that true? Is Par Pudding telling the truth? If it's true, I'll mod him. I don't care. I like how the opinion of Hollow Knight slowly degrades. Yeah, I know. That's good. It was pissing me off thinking about it. Where I'm like, it is okay. Like, that's my, yes, he is. Okay. How I actually feel about it is that it's okay, right? Like, it's not bad, it's all right. But the more I'm thinking about how much fucking praise it gets for being... It does nothing special. The actual game itself does nothing special. What's special about it is how big it is for $15 in an indie game. That's what's special. But if you compare it to all games, which is what I do, is compare all video games to all other video games, it is extremely mediocre. Anyway. These Hollow Knight takes. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, who are you bug fucks? Well, I know exactly who it is. Wait. Actually, I just received this comment. So, well, it'll take forever to get there. Let's see. Please don't tell me they deleted it. Don't delete your comment, you fucking coward! No, I think they deleted it. Because I would recognize the profile picture. Damn it. Aw, I'm sad now. Yeah, they must have deleted the comment. Oh no, here it is. Okay. Stop making bad predictions if you can't live with the truth, Lil Bro. Now look at Lil Bro here, right? Lil Bro. I'm Little Bro. Now, do you see the profile picture? Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. This is who's saying Lil Bro. So, all these people talking about how good Hollow Knight is, I think I know who they are. Right? This is... This is who it is. So just know, all these like Hollow Knight dick suckers, like Hollow Knight's the greatest game ever made. This is who I know it is. Where it's like, yeah, you think it's great because you've never played a real good game. Like if you've never played Symphony of Night, I'm sure Hollow Knight is really impressive. Anyway, I'm glad I found that. I was like, if he deleted it, I was be genuinely sad. All right, back to top. If Silk Song isn't good, I'll do very bad things. Well, get prepared. Get fucking ready. Angry about a game that is made as a passion. It is not a fucking passion project. You don't make $30 million fucking dollars from a passion project. This is the opposite of a passion project. Maybe Hollow Knight 1 was a passion project. They're really trying to make a great game. Silk Song was a bunch of rich people who have now realized they're starting to run out of money. That they were fucking around doing whatever. They don't really care. They didn't want to make the game. Maybe initially they wanted to make it. I mean, just look at the first trailer for Silk Song. How soon it came after Hollow Knight, right? And then it already looked like a full-fledged game. And then 7 years later, it looks exactly the fucking same. They didn't do anything in that time. This is not a passion project. They don't want to make it. They're only doing this because they have to. Stop making shit up. Jimmy Johnson, thanks for the membership. Hello. I wish you got a message with that. I feel like it'd be more fun. Yeah, it's mindless glaze for a game that doesn't even fucking exist yet. I knew this was rage bait from the moment this rando talked about all the rooms being the same and the Hollow Knight being easy. Bro, how bad are you at video games to not think Hollow Knight is easy? Hollow Knight, what was it? Kobe played the entire game on stream and he died, what, 3 times in the entire game? Dude, I had to record footage for getting your souls back, right? Because I could not find it. I was scrolling through tens of hours of Let's Plays, and I could not find a single instance of anyone dying. No one dies in this fucking game. In like 15 hours of gameplay, you'll die like 2 times at most. This is a baby game, and especially the fucking platforming. The platforming, what I said in the video is absolutely true. The hardest platforming challenge in Hollow Knight is easier than the first level of Celeste, which is like baby's first challenging platformer. Yes, this game is easy. You toddler, I'm just going to call you Sebastian, because that's, again, obviously who this person is Sebastian. Jimmy Johnson, thanks for the 1 month eye. There you go. You got your message. Pray. Yeah, I hate to break it to you. If you don't think Hollow Knight is easy, you're bad at video games, which is fine. It's okay to be bad at video games, but you shouldn't be crying about it. You will live in the pod, and you will play the bug. Frogmire-like. Can't wait for this to come out so people will finally stop talking about it. The amount of hype the sequel to an alright... Yeah, okay, never. This someone agreeing with me. Like, but yeah, no. Hollow Knight is okay. Buggy game. It's true, it is a bug game. Has Nick ever done anything on his account? I'm curious. Mistletoe.
Care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own.
Like,
more than
subscribe.
You can ever know.
All right, that's enough of that.
Make my wish.
I'm back to what we were doing. That's not Nick, by the way, who's singing that. Yeah. It is Soul, dude. Soul. Hard. Yeah, no. It's all gonna be cope. Yep. Yes, yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be Bonanza. Except I said Bonanza was gonna be good before it came out, and then I said it was good when it came out. This is gonna be bad before it came out, and it'll be bad when it comes out. Hey, you're in chat right now. Yep. Thank you. I'm the best. Is saying play Hollow Knight yourself right now and prove all these naysayers wrong. But then I'd have to play Hollow Knight. That's the problem. I will play Silk Song on stream though. I'll stream it as soon as it comes out, which is what, a week from now? A little over a week from now. 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. Well, less than 2 weeks. Point is, I'll play Hollow Knight when it comes out. Or the next Hollow Knight when it comes out. Who knows? Maybe that'll be a big boy game for big boys, though. That's a random name, thanks for the $5. Silk Song was announced about 6 months before I decided to go full indie. Since then, I had time to make about 4 to 5 full working prototypes of my game. No, dude, they could... People are... They did a interview where they explained why the game took so long. And genuinely, their argument was, well, we were just having fun making the game. No, they weren't making the game. That's the point. They were jerking off. Every indie... Again, I've seen 100 times. Anytime an indie developer makes too much money, they stop working. Which, I mean, this isn't like a, oh, how dare you type of thing. If you became a millionaire all of a sudden, you probably would work a lot less. There's no hunger, you know? I don't blame them, but I'm just saying it's gonna be fucking shit. But we'll see. Like I said, I'll stream it when it comes out. I'll 100% stream it when it comes out. Dead internet is real. Brace yourself for angry Redditors. I've been braced. Yeah, I just want more Hollow Knight with I mean, I guess I don't. Here's what normies are very delusional. Normies are very, very delusional. I will say that. So maybe what I'm saying is wrong. But I feel like people are going to say Silk Song is worse than Hollow Knight when it will probably be objectively better. But the only reason people think Hollow Knight is a 10 out of 10 is because they've never played a good Metroidvania before. So when people are like, I just want more Hollow Knight, I don't think you do. I'm going to be honest. I really don't think you do. You think you do. But now that you've already played Hollow Knight, you'll be like, wait a second, this isn't new or interesting at all. Or maybe not. Maybe you're a bug man with no soul, and you could play the same game over and over again for 9,000 years. Which is possible. They make me look... what's always pathetic about these type of people are like, man, at least I'm not that miserable. It's like, you do realize what I'm doing is saying I don't like a video game. Or saying, not even that, just complaining about a video game. I promise you, now that the mold is cleared, I am much happier than this morbidly obese man who is probably rotting in his own bed, dissolving in his own fumes as he slowly vomits all over himself. No profile picture ass, no soul having ass, bug man. Because people equate not having emotions with being happy. That's the opposite. Not having emotions is what sadness is. Pokemon games have one huge problem. Can you see that on the side of the screen? Oh, no, you can't. Once you're a millionaire, who already would you care? No, this is exactly what I'm saying. I wouldn't. It won't be good because of what you're saying. Literally, this is why it won't be good. Because why would they care? That's a random name, thanks for the $5. My game is a 3D strategy game, meaning it's way harder to make than a 2D platformer, especially as a solo dev. They have no excuse. No, their excuse is that they are millionaires, so they don't care. You know, they're fucking around. I mean, I don't think this guy realizes what he's saying is exactly what I'm saying. Is that, of course, they don't care. They're millionaires. It used to be... This is Sebastian here. Our boy Sebastian. Can't even believe... What, you don't want to buy a new thing? You have to buy current thing. Didn't you know you always have to buy current thing? It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Hearing people say variations of Hollow Knight ruined every other game for me, where you realize how good my taste... Yeah, that's insane. How bad of video games do you have to play for Hollow Knight to ruin it? Sent this to my friend to rage bait him. Based. Like, well, obviously I'm going to buy it when it comes out, retard. It's, I literally said I was going to review it. You can't review... Well, okay. I'm going to buy it when it comes out. Buy it. Me, I'm going to use my money to purchase it when it comes out. That's what I'll do. That's a random name. Thanks for the $5. I redid my game from scratch in November, and it's almost done now. They're 100% are fucking around, which is pathetic. The game is dead on arrival. No, the problem is people are going to buy it because they're retards. Like I said, Cyberpunk is the perfect example of this. Everyone was hyped, and it was one of the worst games ever, and it still sold insanely well day one. It's going to be the same thing here. It's going to sell insanely well because people are too stupid to just wait. Yeah. Creator's Freedom, thanks for the $2. What is the most effective way to annoy my brother? for me, it's stupid hypotheticals and calling him gay. Those two things. And the hypotheticals need to be like so stupid that they make no sense. Like I'll hit him with the, hey Kobe, what would you do if your steel was broken and you woke up and were Black Myth Wukonged? And I'll just do that 300 times in a row, and he'll start to get very annoyed. So that's my way of doing it. But and then the other one is just calling him gay over and over again. Like mixing the two is even better. Just being like, what if you woke up and you weren't gay anymore? How would you feel? Like what would it be like if you weren't gay? It's like, I'll be like, you know how you won the gayest man in the world contest? What if someone else won that? How would you feel? You know? So there you go. Use my tools wisely. I don't know if it'll work though, because he could just time you out. He can't time me out. He can't escape. Someone had to say it. They actually didn't. I did say it though. If you dig deep into, you'll learn Frogmire's an extreme optimist. It's true, I am. Yeah, nothing they could ever do in a sequel like this could live up to the 7-year wait. What is that profile picture? Look, it's Fire Snivy. Ooh, they have 343 subscribers. I wonder what their channel is.
Stop posting about Futurama. I'm tired of seeing it. My friends on TikTok send me on Discord. It's good news, everyone. I was in a server.
All right. Oh, I assume this is music. Yeah, I guess it's just meme videos. That's fun. Point is, I like this Snivy. That's all I wanted to say. That was the point of this. I just wanted to say I like the Snivy. And now I fucked myself. I have to scroll back down. Genesis A Payron. Thanks for the $5. To anyone asking me what my game is, this is That's a Random Name's professional channel. Currently working on the game's visual, no Steam page yet. I knew I recognized the amount in the Canadian. Yeah, obviously when your game releases, me and Kobe will play it. People are going to do the same for GTA 6, Madden, blah, blah, what. Yes, yeah. It's whatever new thing is. New popular thing, buy new thing, yay, new thing, buy. Yes, I need to eat the slop before everyone else eats it, because they'll ruin it for me if I don't get it immediately. I have to be a part of the conversation, guys. Don't you know? It's really important to be a part of the conversation. Yeah, Hollow Knight is a Reddit game, by the way. Absolute Reddit game. Through say blah 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 blah. Best give it more of the same, but I think they less budget or less. No, they did not. Oh, if they had less, they would have in a more polarized system. Not. No, that's dude. They didn't. This is the lie though. They didn't pour 7 years into this. It took 7 years, but they didn't put 7 years into this. This is probably 2 years. I would guess this is probably 2 years of active development, if I had to guess. And the rest was them spending all their Hollow Knight money, having a good time. You can believe all you want. The problem is I don't know. The delusion can last a long time. I still, the last game I was ever excited for was Fallout 4. And I loved Fallout 4 for probably the first 20 hours or something before I'm like, wait a second, this is shit. So the delusion might last them the whole game just because they want to like it so bad. Rage bait used to be I love it. It can't even be believed that your shitty baby game for retards is not that good. Oh, this is my favorite. I remember this. Bro, you got to be at least as subtle with the rage bait. And then he's like, okay, now that I've watched the video, I agree. It's all right. Well, thanks, I guess. This is why you're supposed to watch the video and then comment as opposed to comment and then watch the video. But, you know, at least you got there in the end. Yep. More people agreeing. Whoa, dude. Yeah. I don't know. It's funny how many dislikes this video had, but it seems like a lot of people agree with me. Yeah. These seem mostly positive. Silk Song will retroactively make Hollow Knight worse. Mark my words. I think it's the opposite. I think Hollow Knight will make Silk Song seem bad. Solar, if rage, bait, and slop were executed from our lexicon, then how would anyone talk about me? Golden Crossroads. Oh, no. Forgotten Crossroads. Nope. Silk Slop. In before normies come and complain. Well, they're here. They're certainly here. All right. Might as well sort by new now. If you want the actually fun negative ones. Hi, Frogmire. I'm on... Oh, okay. That's who the actual... Bro, Cybo Dog, just let people get hype. Just let people enjoy things, bro. The game looks great. Yeah, it looked great 6 years ago, and now it looks exactly the same with nothing to show for it. You don't think that's a bit worrying? You can't use your brain at all, not even a little bit. Show the dislikes? This isn't right. Oh, wait. Let me find it. Let me make sure I don't release my Steam stream key or something. Jimmy Johnson, thanks for the $10. Some weird stuff happening with Carl's stream. You cool, Frogmire. Stay cool. All right, what happened? Did he die? Do you think Medicare actually died? I know this is completely unrelated. What the hell is the side bow? I have no idea. I know this is completely unrelated, but do you think Medicare actually died? I thought he was faking it the whole time. I kind of still think that. I scrolled past your comment. What was it? Was it positive? I probably didn't read it because it was positive. I'm trying to... It's supposed to be rage bait stream. Not fun time, happy time stream. Jade is using AI to mimic his voice. That's kind of funny. Who's Jade, though? Oh, Medicare is still alive? I knew he faked the fucking cancer. Hello, chatter. Anyway, I have to find the dislikes. I got video analytics. Let's see. It is... Holy shit. It is 67.5% likes. 67.5% likes. That is the lowest I have ever seen. That's funny. Jimmy Johnson, thanks for the $10. Just word shoot bra. Just a word. Would just word she bra bore. He returned to Twitter to talk about his family was swatted. Is this Carl or Medicare? Oh, that Medicare did. If you faked his cancer, you wouldn't have a cancer doctor. Boogie had a cancer doctor, and he faked his cancer. I'm just waiting for him to die. Yeah, Medicare. How'd they swat his family? Did they actually find him? I didn't know he got doxxed. He's not dead. He posted on Twitter he was spending time with family because he got worse, and he came back because people swatted his wife. Wait, so does that mean he's actually gotten doxxed? I didn't know. I kind of want to know what he looks like. Yes, the extension is very wrong. It's not even close. Boogie didn't fuck his conser. He is the conser. He's been doxxed for a while. Man, I want to know what he looks like. If I Google Medicare face, will that... Medicare face. People are saying they don't have his face. How can he be doxxed if they don't know what he looks like? Is this him? Yeah, you have to help me. Does he have kids? Is his wife hot, though? I have no idea. How'd you get doxxed? No profile picture, man. Who was doxing you? Only his address. Well, surely someone must have shown up and looked at him. Is this him? No. Oh, I just realized I'm not showing any of this. Anyway, I don't think his face is out there. Which means I don't care, unfortunately. There's an infra blue pic that can give you a picture, and his wife is Korean. You want your first real video to be about something else, but I almost want to make it about Hollow Knight right now because of the whole situation. You can try, why not? What if Jim was a never real person? It's been Jade all along using a voice changer. Who is Jade? Should I look that up? Who's this guy? Why is there a person here? Jade. This isn't helping. This isn't helping at all. His wife. Oh. Does she have a channel? Like, how is she talking to people? I don't... Your Dacity brother doxed me last night? How'd that happen? People found his birthday and connected it to his birth records, found his name and address. Well, surely someone must have taken a picture. I want to see what he looks like. Medicare face. Fuck. Medicare face. She doesn't have any interactions on the internet. Okay, how are they... You guys are confusing me. How could there be all this stuff about Jade using a voice changer or whatever? Also, why is... Look at how fucked this is. Centered. How am I feeling? I'm booling, dude. I'm feeling great. I'm going to eat a bunch of shit. Who's this guy? Who is Medicare? Full interview. Okay. There's Boogie. Yeah, I don't think anyone has... Ooh, is that him? Mr. Medicare face reveal. Or is that... Does face reveal? Yeah, I feel like that's a lie. Oh, well. You guys tricked me? How'd we trick you? I want to see what my Oshi's up to. What was them called? Does anyone remember what my Oshi is called? Please don't balloon into Thomas size. That's the plan, Stan. Also, I'm going to be honest. I don't even think that's even possible for me. It would be fun, though. Nah, it's just stock photo. Yeah, back to Rage Bait. Does anyone remember who my Oshi is? Leaflet. That's what it is. Leaflet. What do they do? Leaflet. That one's spelled right at all. VTuber's mom chases the ice cream man. All right, I'm not. Did they make videos? Humanity is ending. Or are these all just reactions? Anti-white racism is retarded. Mr. President, it's too much. We can't keep winning. They tortured him to death. I don't think I want to watch that one. Vegans are a cult. These guys are hilarious. Why woke is bad game design. How does this keep happening? Is any of this doing it for you? Or your Oishi. Oh, is it Oishi? Oishi. She just reacts to Oz. Yeah, I don't. This is brutal. I want to see something. Oh my god, that's a creature right there. Lame. Where's my Yu-Gi-Oh content? Watch the anti-white racism video. Okay. Genesis Apron, thanks for the $5. Wait, your mold is getting cured? Good for you, bro. Though it's a little bittersweet, I have a mold planet in my game named after you. Well, it has to die. It has to die. Or at least it's being actively defeated. No, things are going great. They're actually going very, 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 very well. I am over the moon. What'd Pippa do?
Oh, it's another one.
Also, who is Pippa? I know it's the rabbit, I think. All right, I'm going to have to... Anti-white racism is irrational. Oh, wait. I forgot I can't right-click on my second monitor. Let's see. Fit the screen. All right, I'm ready.
Kaizen. All right, let's check it out.
Europeans who are white came to
Oh, we're
West
doing
Africa.
1.5.
They saw West Africans. They said, okay, these people are less advanced, and this must be fundamental to who
I don't know. I just don't get it. This bothers me. Just, just this. In general, not a fan. It's just kind of like chilling, staring into my soul. You know what I mean? Like, it scares me. It's like, how, like, how the old people thought cameras would steal their soul? That's what I think VTubers are. Whenever they look at you, you lose a bit of your soul.
they are. They're just a different class of humans, right? And they're inherently worse in all sorts of ways. That was the European mindset.
Got it.
Now, fast forward hundreds of years later, I think what's happening is actually kind of a reversal, where now there's people who are saying, oh, white people are inherently worse in some way,
that's
but
true.
instead of it being technologically worse or civilizationally worse, it's morally worse.
Morally worse.
So what happens is anytime we have these discussions, because we're talking about race, we're actually focusing on the wrong thing when we need to be focused on the software, not the hardware. There's nothing about being inherently white or inherently black that makes someone inherently morally superior or inferior.
Yep.
But every time we talk about
This is brutal. This is literally just me staring into the abyss while this creature in the corner also stares into the abyss about some black guy talking about how we shouldn't be racist anymore to white people, which is fine, I guess, but it's not particularly profound.
oppression and hostility and hatred, we racialize it inherently.
Yeah, you're right.
It's race essentialism. So we say, oh, all white people. Well, what about Slavic people? Like Slavic, the word literally comes from slave.
Yep.
So Slavic people, like in Eastern Europe, they're enslaved by the Ottoman Empire.
Yes,
right?
yes. Oh my God, I love you so much.
Yeah, so,
Yes.
so the slavery all throughout history. But what happens is,
Wait.
in America,
Yo, wasn't that like?
Wait, I just realized, is this him? So it's me watching... What is going on, dude? It's me staring into the abyss. You, the abyss. La Creatura in the corner, also staring into the abyss. Your soul has been stolen if you've made eye contact even one time. This guy staring even at me, I guess, or the creature, or you. Either way, all of our souls stolen, staring into the abyss, into a tiny box in the middle of the screen actually talking about anything. And, he mentions Slavs, and at no point does he say that they're not people. That doesn't make any sense. Like, what? Clearly, I'm being lied to. You can't mention Slavs and then also not mention that they're not people. You can't. That's not right. At no point does he... Anyway, I think I'm doing double speed, and we'll
Isn't that the girl from the Young Turks? Am I wrong? It was. Man.
we become so hyper fixated on what happened in America, which
Yeah.
is important. Of course, we should mention slavery. And,
Did she like turn or something? She like full turn or
and,
something?
and you never deny that.
No.
But I think the point that you're trying to make is difficult in that environment is there's a much broader context
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
And the evils of slavery are not particular to melanin.
I literally
not,
said
yeah.
that. I'm like, you cannot paint only one race with
Yeah,
this.
so
and
it-
not all white
that's
people.
true.
Exactly.
Perpetuate.
I like how when he's in the background, he's just like, the video's just playing, and he's just like in the back, like looking straight at the camera.
All right, I'm over it. I'm over it, dog. What? This isn't even like I'm just not that kind of person. I don't need to hear people who agree with me or even say anything tangential to what I agree with. I would much rather hear someone say something that is completely retarded. That's like more entertaining to me. I can't take 20 minutes of someone being like, slavery's wrong. It's not good. Shouldn't do that. Hey, don't do that. Even for white people, you can't do that to white people either. All right? I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need it, dog. I can I can figure that part out for myself. I don't know, man. I need to pick a new Oshi. Can we Which Yu-Gi-Oh? Classic or modern trash? Well, it depends on what you mean by classic and modern. Because Yu-Gi-Oh has gone through about 800 different versions. And all of them are shit in their own way, I promise. If you play any Yu-Gi-Oh long enough, you'll realize it's bad. But if we're talking about like modern as in right now, it's fucking horrible. Oh, Nick's here. Hop on Left 4 Dead? Nah, dude, I'm good. I'm good, dog. I'm good. I'm good. You can't betray your Oshi? Yes, I can. Someone pick me a new one. Mary? Okay. I have the strangest feeling this is going to make me cringe. What is this? Mary Wednesday. Pika. Oh, okay. Wait, this is China. Is this it? Mary CH? Because this is Pika Paka Poco. Dude, dog, I just feel like I shouldn't be looking at this. That's what I think whenever I see this. What? After 5Ds is modern trash to you? That's fair. You shouldn't. You should. A wish on a star. What? Plap. Get boveled. I don't. These aren't even stream highlights. Oh, okay. So this is like a new channel, I guess. No, because that's from 3 years ago. I guess they only stream. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is the actual content. I'm gonna regret this.
I'm in the house like carpet. Los Dosage, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs on Twitch.tv. Where the fuck is Ohio?
I don't. This is impressive content.
Cleveland. There it is.
Honestly, this is impressive content from me. This is me watching what I am hoping is not a child.
MF Doom.
Scroll through a map of America with Cleveland.
With devil horns smoking a weed. And then, wait, rotate. Oops. Oh, then the 0 audio that we have right now. More audio!
I don't, dude, this is...
How frequent
this is
he probably
bad.
got bullied on the internet,
This is
too.
bad.
But I also thought it was heartwarming that his dad, like, he mentioned that people who watch, like, Cobra's YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah, Nick texted me bad words. It's what's happening. This is how I feel. Of weed. Ban. Yeah, who suggested this? Who are we banning? Miwa Bell makes Yu-Gi-Oh content. All right. Miwa Bell. Worst Riz in history. Miwa Bell reacts to speech of Sanguinus narrated by Epic. That's not Yu-Gi-Oh. Glitch Star. Where's their actual channel? Are they Twitch only? Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Miwa Bell Glitch Stars videos. Haha, I have more subs than them. I win. I am the winner. You never finished Hollow Knight because I felt like recording but lost motivation to continue after a while. I beat Hornet and stopped. Yeah, when I first played Hollow Knight, I only got like a quarter of the way through and was extremely bored. But I ended up finishing it later. What's wrong with Michigan? All right. None of this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Who the fuck lied to me? This bitch doesn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Wait. Miwa reacts to the biggest freakout in Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay. But why is it all reaction? Do VTubers do anything? That's what I want to know. Do VTubers do anything? Or is it only reacting to other shit? Yeah, Nick is telling me to stop. No more VTuber stuff. No. No. Nope. All right. She might be in Nick's wheelhouse. Yeah. The Japanese ones do. Sleepy do. Oh, yeah, there's the TF2 reaction. They react to TF2, meet the team. I feel like it's too late. Do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? I want to... This is the worst thing I've ever seen. I don't like this. Oh, wait. Maskus Challenge Part 4.
Hey guys, and welcome to my Maskus Challenge run. Now, if you don't know what the Master Duel Maskus Challenge is, it's a challenge that was invented by Simo himself. The entire concept is, what if we created a Master Duel account? Ignore the starter decks and
Okay.
shrink the account to the minimum amount
Yeah,
of
I know what Maskus is.
Streamers gaming post aubergine pics. Oh my god, stop. You guys like the aubergines like way too much. Okay, we're gonna try this.
Wait, this bitch, you're not... This bitch just said aubergine. And if you are a human, right? You're a human, not some subhuman goblin bug person of some kind. You don't even know what an aubergine is. Aubergine is what the British call an eggplant. This bitch is not British. Or at least this isn't a British accent. So why does she know what the fucking aubergine is? Something's up here. My noggin, it's jogging. I don't like that. My Oishi does game streams, but she also does drawing streams a lot. She never reacts. Okay, we'll say who it is. Don't hide it. Don't you hide it. Gilgamesh, thanks for the 20 pesos. VTubers are remnants from COVID that refuse to die. Unfortunate. Yeah. Schizophrenia. Why do you know? Because, it's funny. Want to know how I actually know? Someone in chat might know what it's called because I don't remember. But it's a British game show where it's a bunch of comedians who are doing like a really silly, who do like stupid challenges. And the host is like a giant dude. He's like 6'9" or something. Who's also a comedian. But that's why I know what it is. So if anyone knows what I'm talking about, that's why. Taskmaster. Yeah, Taskmaster. That's what it is. That show's hilarious. All right, it's time to create some drama, I think. Who do we bully? Pick someone to bully. It's a mod. It was 2 people, though. They tied. Synth. Yeah. Do we shame Kobe? Where? We can talk about his community post. Yeah, we'll read Kobe's community post. How do you get to community posts? Posts. Quick question. Did my latest video... It did. Alright. Problem is, Kobe already talked about this on stream, so I feel like it'll have fucked with... You heard his voice in the background? Devin didn't watch Kobe's video. I did on my main account. This account is not what I watch YouTube on. Rasgurmy, thanks for the $2. Synth watches VTubers. Let that sink in. Kobe, which VTubers do you watch? He said none. I feel like he's lying to me. Kirsha, you fat piece of shit. What do you mean you absolutely watched her back when you were friends? Oh, what do you mean watch? I used the word watched. I didn't say watch. I said watched. Right now, you suck your own cock every morning. That's what you do right now. You remove 2 of your fucking ribs to accomplish it. Piece of shit. Yeah, all right, I'll read the post. My name is Diddick, man, and I'm gay. That's what it says. I don't know. Look, wait, here. How do you inspect element? I don't remember. Let's see. Inspect. Or here. I know the easier way to do it is to highlight it. Highlight. Inspect. How do we get to the actual text? Okay, this is the wrapper. Okay, here we go. Fuck. How do I... What? Ah! He's attacking me. Let it be known. Gay boy is attacking me. Wait. Ah! How do I get the... I want to change the text. Like, do I have to... Let me delete it. I don't want to delete it. Properties, maybe? Text. Yes. Give me the text, you piece of shit. Double click. I am double clicking, and it's not letting me do it. Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Accurate. We've fixed it. We fixed the community post. All right, everyone screenshot. Quick screenshot while you have while you have it, screenshot. While you can, make sure to screenshot. Oh, shit. All right, now let's see what people are responding to. So far, only problematic YouTubers had this problem. What, being gay? Just, that's, I don't know. I feel like that response doesn't make that much sense given what he said. I tend to watch most of your videos, but man, with Fallout, I like to pretend the show and its fans don't exist because it'll make me mad. I'll power through, though, and watch it. Forgive my autism. But again, what's that have to do with him being gay? I don't... These responses don't make any sense. Yeah, this is the retard comment. It was one video. I'll watch the ones I want to watch. No one cares about Fallout or the TV show. No need to get all precious and embarrass yourself over it. Like, this is actually retarded. Because obviously the Fallout TV show reviews do insanely well. Not just on YouTube, but on Kobe's channel. You watching something doesn't mean anything. Like, one view is worthless. A singular viewer means nothing. If you kill yourself now, no one would care. I wonder what videos he makes. Ooh, nothing. Yeah, this was like peak retard. I like the comment, though. Can you send pictures? I want to, like, screenshot this and then reply to this and send the screenshot. Will, thanks for the $2. So proud of Kobe is finally coming out of the closet. I know, but the fact, I mean, I get why this guy is saying don't embarrass yourself. Because it's like, why would you comment just I'm gay and you're... wait. Let's see if this takes me as long. There we go. Okay. All right, so this was the community post, in case you were wondering. Go posted, do you think I'm gay? 82% voted yes. 18% voted no. And he made sure to correct the 18%. But just reminded him I'm oh shit. Let me take a quick screenshot for you guys, just, you know, in case he deletes the post. Just gotta make sure it's up there forever. He's become one of the 4 team. It's not like 24%. But anyway, damn, I didn't change my vote. I just love the idea of it getting like, it still wins handily, but he's like, got to make sure those 18% know the truth. Oh, shit. Anyway, we joke around a lot here. You know, we get up some jokes. Why are you yelling at me? You deserve to be yelled at. I don't know. I don't know. I basically just agree with Kobe on the rest of the post. Because there's just clearly something, you know, YouTube changed something. And it's fucking with a lot of people. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll probably figure something out. That or Kobe's channel will die, and my channel will die, and everyone will be sad. And if that happens, you know, it's how it is. Death is only so permanent, in that you are dead. But other than that, it's not so permanent. Anyway. That would be sad. It would be sad. Co, what the fuck is this drama stream? You're lucky I'm at work. What do you mean? Thomas, take a quick look at what we're reacting to. Just Thomas, keep your eyes peeled. Really pay attention. You can't even... Thomas, you're a fucking read. I'm banning Thomas. Just letting you guys know, Thomas will be my first banned chatter. I've never banned anyone before, but this will be my first. No, he needs it. He deserves to be banned. He needs to get banned from the fucking country, is what he needs to be banned from. Anyway, this is a crazy community post, though. Kobe did kind of a weird crash out. Don't deport him. Dude, I'm trying. I call ICE every day. But World's Man, thanks for the $5. Here to support the total Nepo Baby takeover of YouTube. A true Nepo Baby always leaves an egg inside every video he reacts to. Unfortunately, the Nepo Baby stuff only works if the person you're Nepoing from is also doing well. And unfortunately, we're both going to die simultaneously. A sad but true fact. Total synth sphere death is coming. Congrats to Kobe. I'm glad, Nick. I'm glad you popped in for this. Anyway, I'm gonna do a poll. You know, end this poll. And then pee. So it'll be on what we continue to do. Gilgamesh, thanks for the 20 pesos. Fallout's boring 4, the common folk views reflects it. Play Monkey Ball 2? No. All right, off I go to pee. I'm back. What game? Just any game. Any game that is a game that is played. I'm kind of sad starting drama is losing. I kind of want to get my channel deleted. But Mick Armadillo, thanks for the 1 month. Why are you subbed to Nick and not to Thomas? Does Thomas have any videos? Thomas, post in chat so I can click on your channel and see if you have any videos. Let's look at Thomas. Thomas Ponce. Can I find his channel come up? Well, if you want to see Thomas in real life.
40 years in prison today after pleading guilty to multiple attacks that happened many years ago.
KCBD News Channel 11's Joshua Ramirez joins us live from the Lubbock County Courthouse with details of this case. Joshua?
Hearing Abner for 33-year-old Thomas Ponce, 45 years was the sentence handed down by Judge Eichmann today. Ponce pleaded guilty to 3 counts of sexual assault and 1 count of burglary of habitation with intent to commit sexual assault. This case has taken more than half a decade to be resolved. That's partly due to delays during the pandemic and a change in attorneys, but prosecutor Baron Slack and Ponce's victims.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty fucked what that guy gets up to.
According to court documents back in
Yeah, that's him. That's what he looks like, by the way.
2017, Thomas Ponce kicked in the door of a woman's home and sexually assaulted her. Ponce then took the woman to a second location where she was able to escape and call authorities. But Ponce's violent tendencies didn't stop there. Later that evening, Ponce attacked another woman at the Village at Overton Park Apartments as she was walking back to her room from the complex's gym. The victim told police Ponce approached her, hit her in the face, and forced her into her apartment, where he held her hostage for 12 hours and sexually assaulted her at night point. The willingness to...
Yeah, Thomas is a rough dude. That's what he looks like. He's not a good guy. Do you see why I'm so mean to him? He gets up to... You're right. This isn't nearly dark enough to be Thomas. Brian the God, thanks for the $2. How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast? But I did eat breakfast. What do you mean? What do you mean? But I did eat breakfast. This guy isn't fat enough. You're right. He's not nearly fat enough, not nearly dark enough, and his crimes aren't nearly severe enough to be Thomas. Poor Thomas. How would I feel if I didn't eat mold? But I did eat the mold. Anyway, there's one YouTuber who's always good for rage bait. Did they delete their channel? I think they deleted their channel. Hey, look, it's me. It's time. Yeah, this is the real rage bait. I think they deleted their channel, though. Oh, no. Okay, they changed it. It's now called
7 years ago, I put my channel on the map with an analysis of legend.
Hello, welcome to my channel. I produce silliness and some media analysis. I think it's quite okay if I do say so myself. How quirky. Rage bait, Kino. All right, where's their Pokemon one? That's the one I wanted to watch because I've never seen it. Jesus Christ! 6 fucking hours. All right. Oh, okay, wait. Actually, we got to do a vote. Never listen to chat opinion. Watch this phone support hell one? No, that's too real. All right, wait. Let me... First of all... Let's see if this person probably deletes comments, but I want to see... There's got to be a fun part. This might be a bad idea. I'll just skip to Gen 3. This is the best gen.
I'm a kid of the 90s, so I grew up with the very first Pokemon games, but Generation 3 and Hoenn remains to this day my all-time favorite gen.
All right, never mind. If they're just going to agree with me the whole time, I don't want to fucking hear it. I want to hear them say freak stuff, because this person is a insane freak who definitely didn't diddle their little sister. What about Gen 5? They say anything weird about Gen 5?
Oh, here we go. Generation 5 is the definition of controversial. To some people, it's where Pokemon peaked with imaginative designs of beautiful...
Reminding you, a drama segment? I'm trying. You are supposed to bring me the drama. That's how it works. I can create drama, but people didn't vote for that.
In a deeper and more mature direction than ever before. To others, it's the worst generation to ever exist with mediocre Pokemon, forced linearity, and a mediocre story with pretensions toward being something deep while having all the emotional maturity of a conservative Twitter ghoul. Full bias up front, I am very much in the latter category, so if you want to look down at the chapters and skip ahead to Generation 6, no one to blame you. First things first, they removed the options from the main menu. The main menu in the start menu had the same options.
This is lame. I don't give a fuck about this. I want to see her Psycho talk about how, Pokemon is racist. 100% a woman? Oh, yeah, sure. I don't know why I, like, unintentionally typed in Silvermania. Or, I was at, all right. Well, if we're going to do Rage Bait, it might as well be TF2. I'm going to bring up my favorite video. So, Uncle Dane is a universally loved man. Everyone thinks Uncle Dane's great. He's never done anything wrong. He's never done anything wrong. I hear he's related to a guy named iDubbbz, but everyone loves that guy too. So that means he's cool. This is probably my least favorite video on all of YouTube, and we're gonna watch it together. So zoom in for fun. Get your popcorn. I hate this man, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Spencer going up.
Let me know if it's too loud.
Well,
Randomness has been a core part of game design since forever. From rolling dice to drawing a card, having a certain amount of random chance involved often has the effect of making games that much
Oh yeah, let me not make it double speed, even though I want it to be.
more exciting. But when it comes to PvP games, introducing random elements can easily become a slippery slope towards imbalance and blurs the line between what is fun.
Not imbalance? No! I hate imbalance in my video game.
What is fair. I believe it is possible to strike a balance here. You can create a system where the player doesn't feel cheated out of something when they lose, or you can just base your entire game around random chance and then have a pre-existing expectation to occasionally lose to getting unlucky. But when you have this middle ground where random chance elements conflict with a clearer focus on mechanical skill, it becomes misleading, confusing, and just downright ridiculous. And this is exactly how I would describe the decade-long mechanic in TF2 called random.
I mean, the problem is it's like seeding the ground for zoomies who've never actually grew up with TF2. Which, TF2, the majority of people who played it, was never a competitive game, even at its most base level. If you joined a TF2 game from, I'll just say the time I played, which was 2014 and before, no, probably 2013 and before, no one ever gave a fuck about winning. Maybe 10% of people in total cared about winning the game at all, right? So keep that in mind, that only about 10% of people cared about winning at all. And if you did care about winning, you could switch teams at any time. So you could just switch to the winning team if you really cared that much. Furious TV, thanks for the €2. Ambulamps in video games. Indeed.
Critical hits. Misleading, confusing, ridiculous. Now, as many others have in the past, there are a lot of different ways that you can approach this topic. I'm certainly not the first.
That's just a lie. Valve said TF2 was always designed to be a competitive game. Who would compete with CS Global Offensive? If you say so. That goes against basically all of the design of the game. But if you say so.
Call into question the merits of the existence of random crits in TF2 before. And I could just sit here and rant about how they're not fair, how they're not balanced, and just talk about how much I despise them. But I intend to approach this long overdue dissertation on why random crits should be removed from TF2 by approaching it from the opposite side of my own. So I've been a hardcore participant of the TF2 community for over 5 years now. Up until now, I've read just about every random crits discussion on.
How long is that? 5 years, and this is 7 years ago? Alright, that's fine. Okay, that's...
Reddit, Steam, Discord, Facepunch, and the in-game chat that could ever exist. I've seen countless polls participated in by every sub-community in the TF2 community sphere, including my own nieces and nephews right here on YouTube. As you can see, the obvious answer is never quite clear, but by now I think I have heard it all. In order to formulate my argument against random crits in TF2, I'm going to represent a hypothetical debate with this picture of a scout, who will represent the most common reasons people...
Yeah, I know I was very dismissive about that comment being designed to be a competitive game, but the fact that you can switch teams whenever you want inherently makes the game as uncompetitive as possible. I don't know. That's like a comment you'd make if you've never even played the game before Meet Your Match.
For keeping random crits in the game. Now, you might think that I'm just going to...
Because imagine if you had a ranked game of Overwatch, and as soon as you started losing, you just switched to the winning team, and then your rank went up. Doesn't really make any sense, does it?
All of the worst arguments and leave out the ones that are actually decent in order to make my own opinions look better. But don't worry, as an ambassador of true fairness, I am not going to do that. In fact,
I don't believe you, sir.
With a point that I actually don't have any disagreements with.
Scout behind you.
Oh my god. It feels awesome to get a random crit.
Right out the gate, I think this is hands down the best case for random crits, but it's an unfortunate case because while I believe that there is a truth to the observation that most people can get a certain amount of pleasure...
I have to preempt this with... We're about to get to the dumbest thing YouTubers do, and they do it constantly. And I have to preempt this because I'm going to get extremely angry, and if I don't talk about it now, I'm going to lose my shit. Which is using studies that they've never read. We'll get there.
Scoring a kill that they know they didn't deserve or clutching an unfortunate situation with a stroke of luck. You have to keep in mind that this is also the only good argument for random crits that is completely subjective. But basically, yeah, getting a random crit feels awesome. Slamming some poor soul with 300 damage right as they round the corner gives you a dopamine hit that all video games rely on to keep you playing. And most people don't give a shit if the other person didn't appreciate dying for no reason. I got a kill, that guy sucks, get owned idiot. But at what cost does your selfish quest for more free kills come with? I mean, there is an obvious imbalance of enjoyment happening here. Let's compare the hypothetical amount of positive feedback the random crit pitcher gets to the hypothetical amount of negative feedback the random crit catcher gets. Now, if we're calculating out of the other person gets from someone unfairly compared to the frustration the other person feels when getting unfairly by random crit, then factor in situational advantages that come from winning a fight you're supposed to win, compared to situational disadvantages that come from dying in a situation where you should.
Okay. Retard shit. Yes. Okay, here we go. Negativity bias. Let's hear the Uncle Dane is a fucking retard, and this is why. Let's hear him explain negativity bias.
Talking about random crits, and it's definitely worth mentioning, but because measuring the feelings of players is never going to be reliable, I don't consider the negativity bias to be the end-all be-all magic bullet for killing off random crits once and for all. In fact, I'm getting this negativity bias thing out of the way early on because I don't plan on bringing up points that have their entire basis in feelings, opinions, emotions, love, hate, or the human condition. This video is going to be
which you shouldn't have added this part at all, but
from here on out.
You did, so we're going to talk about it.
Well, like 99% science.
Random crits break stalemates.
Back in the ancient era of 2007
No, is this a different video? I might be thinking of a different video. I might have to apologize.
No such thing as unlockable weapons. There was no crit streak. There was no direct hit.
Because he actually didn't talk about negativity bias at all. Never mind. Wrong video. Oops. Bringing up at all is too far, but I didn't realize he didn't actually talk about it. I guess I was thinking of a different video. Oops. The point is, I guess since he doesn't talk about it, I won't talk about it very much. But negativity bias does not apply. All you have to do is think of gambling. Because that's what this is gambling. And notice how when you gamble, you lose most of the time. Or else Vegas would make $0. And yet people still gamble. I'll just say that much since, again, he doesn't go into details, so I might as well not either. Furious TV, thanks for the 10 euros. Synth has to review Alien Earth Force Diversity Boogaloo. The cast has too many synth cyborgs and hybrids that can take Xenos one-on-one. It's crazy how it kills Alien / the Xenos myth and any stakes. Okay. I don't know what that is, but I'll tell him about it, I guess.
Engineer until 2010. It was certainly a different time, but I don't know. I didn't start playing TF2 until 2012, long after they added in years worth of additional content.
Yeah, 2012 is way too late. I did quick maths. That's what I forgot how fucking old this is. I stopped playing around 2012, 2013 is when I stopped really playing the game, because the game was already kind of going downhill by that point. So I always... There's something very depressing about the internet, which is someone who talks about and defends something that they've only ever experienced the worst aspects of. Right? Like, the game was already declining by the time they even started. So it's not even like, you don't even know what the game was like when it was good. You don't even know. Because you can't know about something you've never experienced.
don't know what it was like back then. But I can assume that maybe because there wasn't a whole lot of playstyle variety due to there being no such thing as loadouts, maybe because the only maps in the game included 2...
What are you talking about? The game had loadouts before 2012? When was loadouts added to TF2? I don't even know what I would Google here. Item timeline by year. Oh, that's still base. What, 2010? That was hats? I assumed... Okay, so it's definitely before 2010. Okay, it was February 2009. Dog, what are you talking about? You started playing way after there was already loadouts. Like, I don't know.
For in Dust Bowl, maybe.
The game barely existed when it didn't have loadout. Like, that was the first...
Maybe
2
stalemates
years,
might have been a
less
natural
than
side
2
effect of a
years.
groundbreaking original concept being introduced to a gaming audience that wasn't accustomed to casual class-based team shooters requiring a decent amount of teamwork and communication. Maybe because of all that, random crits might have been a good call in the early stages of TF2. And who knows, maybe if the game launched, never got an update ever again, and remained in its original state up until now, we might not even be having this conversation. But in reality, we have this, a chaotic clusterfuck of 9 different classes with thousands of different weapon combinations, all with varying degrees of strengths and weaknesses, all clashing together in servers populated with people sporting varying degrees of skill. Ever since TF2 launched over a decade ago, the game has become a completely different experience entirely. It's practically unrecognizable, and I can confidently attribute the increasingly slow but steady content updates and balance changes to the continued success of TF2. Without the constant adaptation...
When was this video released? 7 years ago? Yeah, dog, those constant updates, not happening.
That have changed the game for the better up until now, TF2 would have been dead long ago. And I believe that random crits are a mechanic that remain in TF2 as a relic of the past. Over time, the game has evolved to address the issues of stalemates, maps have gotten much, much better in the tight choke point department, and people in general have gotten way better at TF2. Some gamers put in thousands upon thousands of hours into practicing the art of pushing through a choke point. We don't need handicaps to prop up the original faults of the gameplay that happened to be the standard over a decade ago. We simply don't need random crits anymore. The game is now entirely random.
Okay, so we're like, what now, 6 minutes and 30 seconds into the video, and we've gotten to the thesis, but it's like, okay, now defend it. Now explain why it's outdated and we don't need it.
Even better, it now achieves that feeling of randomness without a need for random crits, which is actually a major part of the answer to the following argument.
Random crits make casual TF2 more
Okay,
casual
wait,
and
what
silly.
was the number 2? Because it seems like he was just saying shit, but not... All right, what was number 2?
In the ancient era...
Oh, they break stalemates. That's definitely not the point. I mean, saying they don't at all, though, is a lie. Because it's this basic thing of the defending team has longer respawn times than the attacking team, right? So, but I guess the attacking team has longer to walk. I guess it would depend on teleporters. But the idea is, no, okay. It's definitely still true. Saying that it can't break, maybe he's not arguing that it can't break stalemates, but in case he is, it definitely can break stalemates, because just imagine there are a bunch of people on a cart, a crit rocket kills all of them, and they definitely wouldn't have died otherwise, and now the game ends. So it definitely ends games quicker. The question is it necessary for it to end games quicker? Maybe not. Like I said, I don't think that's a particularly important argument, so I'll give it to him, because I don't care. Anyway, moving on to wherever we were.
The game for the better, prop up the original fault of the gameplay that happened to be the standard. Following argument.
Random crits make casual TF2 more casual and silly.
This is a very common argument.
This is just objectively true. I'm so excited to hear how you'll just lie straight to my face.
And I personally get a little offended on the game's behalf when I hear it, because I don't think it gives the brilliance of TF2's comedic value very much credit at all. The silliness, the goofy and casual nature of Pub TF2 can be very easily attributed to many things that have nothing to do with the game mechanics.
Okay, that's true. Okay, but what was the argument? It was
because I don't think it gives the
right,
without it. We simply no faults of the gameplay.
Okay, where the fuck? Why is this so hard to just pick out the fucking?
Actually, a major part of the answer to the following argument.
This okay.
Casual TF2 more casual.
See, this is the problem. Oh yeah, no. You even say, look, random crits make casual TF2 more casual and silly. More. It is a piece. It is not the only part. It is a piece. So yes, there are
TF2.
other things that also add to it being casual and silly, but it
be
is
very
a
easily
piece
attributed
of
to
it.
Many
It is
things that
for
have
you
nothing to do
to
with the
take the game less seriously because it's not serious. Nobody fucking cares in TF2 who wins. You're not supposed to. You can switch teams at any time. It is giving you an out to take death less seriously, to try more fun stuff. If you die and it's your fault and you feel bad for dying, you think, what can I be doing better? Oh man, I wanted to try this silly loadout that looked fun, right? But the game is telling me I'm fucking up and I'm a failure. So I'm going to do the meta try hard thing to do better. Random crits are telling you death is not always your fault and it's okay. It does not matter. Winning also isn't always your fault. Sometimes you get kills for no reason, right? That isn't the important thing. The important thing is having fun. So when the game purposely has mechanics that makes death not your fault, it means you don't have to worry about it as much. You don't have to put your failures on yourself anymore. That's the point. And it's a piece. It's not 100%, but it's a piece of that. To take the game less seriously because it's a video game. It's supposed to be fun.
such as the characters, the way you can interact with your teammates and enemies alike, and the ridiculous concepts for weapons, game modes, maps, cosmetics, and of course, ragdolls. Hello and welcome back to another edition of Ragdoll
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is like a non-argument. Yes,
host,
these
Uncle Dan,
also
today we're gonna take a look
contribute
at
to
the
that.
left top
But
right.
having something mechanical that makes the game more silly and more fun is important. It is more important than visuals when it comes to the atmosphere of the game. To take the game less seriously, to have fun, to use all of the items because they look cool, not because it's some stupid fucking meta.
There. And if you just see that soldier backstep, takes a dive out of the window and lands on the crates. Now, if we can just take a look at that again in slow motion, keep an eye on the soldier.
You obese piece of shit. I want to add that in there.
Backs down, then takes a fucking swan dive out of the window there and lands on the crates. Probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen in TF2. Thank you for watching. I mean, I don't really have much else to say on the matter, but I'll finish up the answer
Use
to
the
the
left,
ridiculous
right
way
arrow to-
TF2's comedic nature is propped up by
Yeah,
random
okay,
crits
I will.
with this. Ask anyone who is moderately familiar with the game what they think of when they think of TF2. More specifically, what they think is funny about TF2. Do they say, oh, the random crits? No. Heavy says Pootis. Engineer says nope. TF2 is a hat game, not a random crit game.
Random crits give new players a
Again,
chance.
that's why this is more. Notice how he only said funny. He didn't say casual. No, in that entire thing, right? This is like classic Redditor argument, arguing, where he's like, here's your argument. X makes it more casual and funny. Now I'm only going to talk about how other things make the game funny. Completely ignore how it makes the game more casual. And also say, oh, these other things make the game funny, so who cares if this also adds to that? It all matters. All of it together matters. But crits might be the most important because it's the only mechanical thing that makes the game more casual, more silly, and you to take the game less seriously.
At getting kills, which makes them want to play even more.
While it's
All right, wait.
Random crits give new players a chance at getting kills, which makes
Yeah, random crits give new players a chance of getting kills. This one's also just true.
them want to play even more.
I'm ready. I'm ready to be lied to more. I love lies.
true that random crits do give new players kills that they normally wouldn't get. The fact that random crits do not benefit new players specifically suggests that the game is not designed around coddling newbies' feelings. In fact, the suggestion that random crits are there to benefit the poor souls who are just so bad that they only ever get to see their name in the kill feed when they get owned by some big bad veteran is simply not true. The percentage rates of random crits are based on the damage you've recently done, which means that in summary, the better you're doing, the more likely you'll continue to do.
All right, this is true. Now, I do agree, damage ramp up for crits, a bit silly, but I don't think it's bad. But the idea that doing more damage means you're doing better is not always true. Because a lot of the time you're doing damage is just by spamming down a choke, which doesn't take any skill at all. But again, he's doing like the classic Reddit argument where it's because this isn't only for new players, it means it doesn't help new players at all. Obviously, completely retarded. The point is, veteran players don't need crits to get kills. They don't need them. They would get kills anyway. In a 1v1, a good player will always beat the worst player every time if there were no crits. If the better player gets a crit, he will win a fight. He was going to win anyway. But if the worst player gets a crit, he will win a fight he wasn't going to win otherwise. And this is extremely important when you bring up things like dominations, or if you don't know, in TF2, if you kill someone, I think it's 4 times in a row without them ever killing you, they get a big symbol over their head that says they're dominating you, right? If it wasn't for random crits, as well as some other things, because it is still a multiplayer game with a bunch of people, the dominated player would never kill that other person. But with stuff like random crits and other things that make the game more casual, it allows the worst player, they're not going to win every time, but to at least get a win over the player they know is better than them. And the game specifically tells you that. It gives you a revenge. You got revenge. The game is telling you, you beat the guy who is better than you. And you feel good. And you spam the chat, why bad, you suck, even though they just killed you 30 times. And it feels good, right? That's the point. It's not about making it so that noobs get 1 million kills and doing great. All it means is it allows new players to get kills they otherwise wouldn't have and to beat people who are otherwise better than them. Obviously, that makes the game more casual. If a worse player can beat a better player, that makes the game more casual.
Well, if that sounds familiar to you, then that probably means you've already heard it directly from a TF2 developer's mouth. Roll the clip.
Critical hits are one of the features that resulted from our focus on pacing. The critical hit system attempts to slightly influence the highs and lows of the game by increasing the chance of a critical hit based upon the player's recent performance. In summary, the better you're doing, the more likely you'll continue to do well. This helps create those rare high moments where a single player goes on a rampage and gets 3 or 4 kills in rapid succession.
So no, the random crit mechanic is not designed around helping those Gibbous players get a kill. In fact, the system...
Again, this is the other retarded thing. First of all, nothing in any game is only designed around one thing. And let's even give it to you. Let's say they didn't expect what I just say at all. Just because that's what it wasn't initially designed for doesn't mean that's not what it does. Because what I just explained is what it does. It is objectively true. If you say that random crits do not allow a worse player to beat a better player, you are a fucking liar. You obese piece of shit. Anyway, not to mention, if you want to talk about these high moments, good players don't need crits to continue a streak. Bad players do.
Tends to help people who are already good at TF2. And on top of that, it tends to mainly help the people who are playing classes that are able to put out more damage per second. This is actually where the sarcastic statement, random crits are fair and balanced, comes from.
They are.
The joke is that they clearly aren't.
They are.
But while we're on the subject of new players apparently benefiting from random crits, I want to bring up what is quite possibly the most underlooked problem.
Yeah, obviously they're not fair or balanced. That's the point.
Free kills to new players creates. It's a very stupid method of rewarding damage. What giving a random crit does to a new player's continually learning brain is likely more damaging in the long run than it was.
This is the most retarded shit. This is literally just him making stuff up. This is my favorite part of any video. It's when the retard YouTuber just makes shit up for no reason.
The blood pressure of the person they just crocketed. When a new player discovers that they could possibly get a kill just by spamming repeatedly or by running towards someone while swinging their melee weapon, they're going to keep doing that because, hey, just pressing W into a crowd of people worked really well for them once when they randomly killed 5 people with a crit grenade launcher, so why wouldn't they just keep doing that over and over until it eventually happens again? This is not a good learning experience.
Okay. So we're making up, again, all of this is made up. He's saying that if you spam in TF2, and you just run at people and spam shots. Now, I don't know why he says the run at people part, because that obviously has nothing to do with crits, right? If you run at people and shoot, and then you get a crit and kill a bunch of people, you're going to continue just running at people and shooting blindly into crowds, and that this is bad. Now, given all of this is made up, especially given he said the run at people part, which has nothing to do with crits, and I don't know, again, he's just making it up for no reason. Why not just be the opposite? That if you shoot a rocket and it misses, right, you don't care. Now, what if you shoot a crit rocket and it misses? You're like, oh man, I just missed out on super epic damage. And then now you're more careful with your rockets because you don't want to miss your crit rocket. So you make sure every rocket is going to hit because you don't want to miss out on the crit rocket missing. Now, that sounds like a good argument, but what I just said is also just made up. All of that's made up. You didn't know, there's no research done, no study, it's all just making shit up. Stop pretending like, oh man, I'm getting into the brain of the new player, and all new players are mentally retarded, and so any minor influence will cause them to run to their deaths. I mean, it's just fucking stupid. You're making shit up.
This is not what TF2 should be. It shouldn't be played like a throwing shit at the wall simulator, because that's not what it is.
First of all, yes it is. 90% of TF2 is spamming down corridors. 90%.
So the goal is to get kills on other players by being better than the other person, not to win.
No, it is not. No, the goal of the game is to get kills by being the better player. No, it's to have fun. You fat piece of shit. You froze a pizza eating piece of cum stain. Fuck. It's to have fun. That's the game. It's not to, oh, you get kills because you're better than the other people. Play a fucking fighting game. You pussy. Play a 1v1 game if that's what you want. MGE people if that's what you want. The point is to have fun.
Until one of your rockets randomly becomes shiny. And to the average freshly installed TF2 player who starts learning how to play the game from the moment they join the server, the way that random crits work, or even the existence of random crits at all, is pretty much guaranteed to be the last thing they notice or care about. All they're thinking about is,
Wait a minute, you shoot at your feet and you can catapult yourself? What the frick?
This is absolutely a lie. You're telling me a new player doesn't shoot a rocket, kill 5 people instantaneously, and are like, whoa, that was fucking awesome. I'm sorry, you're just a fucking liar.
And when they randomly fire a rocket into a group of people, they probably won't even notice what happened, but their brain will.
What are you talking about? They won't know. This is what I'm talking about. These Reddit. You are a retard, Uncle Dane. I'm sorry. You are fucking retarded. You make YouTube videos on the internet. Stop pretending like you're the fucking super genius. And all new players like, duh, huh? I threw that to guy and he died, huh? What? Really? You're telling me someone shoots a glowing blue rocket or red, it explodes, a giant fucking bar of people die, and it glows on the top right of the screen, and they're just like, what happened, huh? I'm sorry, you're a fucking idiot, dude. You are stupid, not other people.
Their brain will subconsciously take note that they got kills by doing whatever they were doing, which, considering that they're new and don't know what they're doing, they were very likely playing like an idiot. And that's fine. Playing like an idiot is a part of the learning experience. You slowly and subconsciously learn that playing like an idiot gets you killed. And if you play smarter, your brain will take note that making that specific decision...
Again, it's all just made up nonsense. Made up nonsense. Spamming down corridors is like half the game. That is smart. And if you spam rockets down a bunch of corridors, you're gonna kill people and you're going to do damage. No, holding W into a crowd of people isn't going to get you crit kills. You're more likely to get crit kills spamming down a corridor than you are W keying into a crowd. Blaming this on crits is just fucking retarded.
Got you a kill, and you should do it again when you have the chance. But when you have the chance to get a kill when you play smart and play dumb, then what value does playing smart ever have? What's the point of learning how to...
Not dying? You just said dying feels bad. You know, there's 2 parts of a game, retard. Dying and killing. Not just, huh? It's always like you play smart and you don't die. Not to mention, why are you pretending like more kills isn't better than less kills? If you play better, you'll always get more kills than if you played worse. Just because you get 1 kill playing bad doesn't mean, oh, I guess I'll only play bad now. I'll just never play good ever. Also, who the fuck cares if you play good or not? You should play to have fun. You should play for fun. What is ever the most fun to do is what you should be doing. Not, oh, I gotta play better. I gotta play competitive in my fucking casual game where you can switch teams at any time. This is Uncle Dane's video.
Play well when you don't have to play well to get a kill. Obviously, the better players will always be more consistently owning people, but a system that rewards players for not attempting to get better is basically a bad tutorial. But hey, at least it's something, right? Also, something really specific to touch on about random crits damaging the learning environment and basically shitting on the value of skill in TF2. Damage numbers.
Again, I still have to repeat the fucking lies. Being like, oh, if you can get kills playing good or bad. First of all, you could always do that in any game. If you play TF2 and you stand in spawn as a sniper, you will get kills. You'll be playing like shit, not helping your team, but you will get kills. You could always, in any game, you can get kills and play bad. The idea that you can only play well to get any kills is retarded.
A valuable skill in TF2 is the ability to know how much damage you should do to someone in order to kill them, and how much damage your opponent can possibly do to you.
Yeah, I know Uncle Dane does iDubbbz podcast. Unfortunately, he's beloved in the TF2 community for some reason. I genuinely don't know why.
It's how much damage you can currently take before dying. You know, reading damage numbers. This includes remembering how much damage every weapon can do, so it's not something that you can learn overnight. And knowing how to count damage and make decisions based on your own knowledge in the moment is a pretty big part of deathmatch skill, and often sets the good players apart from the better ones. Okay, you guys need an example. Okay, so say I'm playing Soldier, and I round the corner to see a demo man. I have the battalion's backup equipped, so my health is at 220. I notice that he doesn't have overheal particles coming off of him, so I can safely assume that he's, at most, 175 health. So I shoot him with a rocket, dealing 90 damage with a direct rocket. I dodge the first grenade that he shot at me, but he hits me with the second one, doing 100 damage and putting me down to 120 health. Now, I know both from experience and from witnessing it firsthand in this particular fight that his grenade launcher will do 100 damage to me. I also know that due to my first rocket doing 90 damage to him, that he has 85 health left, meaning that if I can manage to hit him with another direct rocket, he's toast. But my enemy is also well educated in damage numbers, so he realizes that he is not able to take a second direct rocket. So he attempts to juke my next rocket, hoping that he can take at least a bit of...
Okay, I don't know why he's pretending like you wouldn't do this anyway. Because taking less damage is always better than taking more. He was like, okay, I would have not juked if it wouldn't have killed me, right? He was going to be juking anyway. So he's not like, oh man, this next rocket will kill me, so I'll now try to dodge it. You'd be dodging anyway. He could be at full health and you would still try to dodge the rocket.
Splash, which will give him enough time to hit me with another pipe. But I know I'm able to take at least one more pipe from him due to my health being at 120. So I can afford to not focus on dodging in order to track his movement better, so I can land a direct rocket easier. But
oh, that's what he's
saying.
saying.
Better at jukes.
Can't juke, and he's intentionally being like, I will aim instead of juking, because I can't do both at the same time. That'd be impossible.
Than I am at hitting a direct, so I only hit him with a 50 damage splash rocket, and he connects his second pipe. Luckily, he did not notice that I'm wearing a backpack that increases my health, and he's caught off guard by my survival. But on the bright side, this experience has taught him a lesson. In the future, this demo man will be sure to take note of any health-altering items.
No, he won't. No, he won't. No, first of all, in actual TF2, maybe competitive for gay people, because we all know that's the only people who play competitive TF2. Actual TF2, no one is at full health basically ever, because you are taking chip damage from 900 sources at all times. So this scenario, never happening. Definitely not like, oh, keep in mind, if he has the backpack on, that it'll take 3 pills instead of 2. It's genuinely fucking absurd. And then saying all this and being like, yeah, but if crits exist, then this is all destroyed. This didn't exist to begin with.
150 damage and taken 200 damage myself. I'm at 20 health and he's at 25. Because the next pipe he fires will undoubtedly be my demise if he connects it, I start to increase my jukes to stay alive. But
yeah, only now are you juking.
Hit a second splash rocket, which will be enough to finish him off than it would be to go for another direct rocket, which would do an unnecessary amount of damage. So I shoot a rocket at his feet before he can fire his last grenade, the splash hits him, and he dies. I have now won this exchange, and I retreat to a health pack.
I mean, this is genuinely absurd. No,
I find that this entire fight, along with the thought process of both myself and my opponent, took place over the span of less than 5 seconds.
This is like a severely autistic person being like, yeah, the normies are wrong. No, crits aren't fun. If you have extreme autism.
The observations that we made, the decisions that we executed might seem pretty obvious when you slow down and deconstruct it like I just did, but the ability to think about damage and make choices...
No, it's not just obvious, it's absurd in that it has never happened and won't happen in an actual game.
On what you know from experience and what you know from what is in front of you in real time is a very real, very important skill. But let's take a look at this situation one more time. Say I'm playing Soldier and I round the corner to see a demo man. He fires a crit pill at me, doing 300 damage, and I die instantly.
Cool.
All of my knowledge of damage numbers, the entire skill of...
Yes, oh man, you had one whole death and the whole game is ruined for you. Because let's, imagine this imaginary scenario happens all of the time. Okay, you'll just do that next time, right? You're not going to get crit every single time. So you'll get your whole fight next time. And maybe the other guy who's not severely autistic got to have fun. God forbid. No, only I'm allowed to have fun because I have autism.
Anticipating damage. The whole concept of deathmatch outside of aiming and movement is completely invalid.
Yeah, exactly. The real scenario is you're doing all these damage numbers, blah, blah, and then you weren't paying attention because you have severe autism and you got shot in the back by a scout and died instantly.
By a random crit that neither I or the demo man could have predicted to happen. Even if the crit pill happened partway through this battle instead of at the very start, it still would have been an upset since the decisions that are made are entirely...
Again, you are way more likely for someone else to ruin your 1v1 than for a crit rocket to kill you.
Around what is happening and what has happened instead of what might happen. In summary, random crits...
What video is this? This is remove random crits from TF2. by iDubbbz cocksucker, Uncle Dane.
Validate skill not only on the broader scale, but on the individual scale as well. Okay, we get your point, Dane. Random crits are bad for the game in more ways than one. You're so very cool and smart and handsome. But let's say we actually do remove random crits from the game.
Removing random crits would make a lot of weapons unbalanced.
So the simplest way
Okay,
to
this
keep
is
common
retarded.
is to
I
just
will
ask
agree
to
this
name
one's
a single
retarded.
weapon in TF2 that is over
Yeah.
or underpowered in either third party
Crits has
or
nothing
in-game
to do with
competitive mode
balance.
because of
I'm
random
just
crits
gonna
being
skip
disabled.
this
You can go
part.
ahead and pause the video here to look it up, or you can just take my word for it. That there's literally not a single weapon that changes the gameplay in a significant way in an environment without random crits. Maybe non-self-centered reason is quite simple, because TF2's casual and competitive modes should be as similar as possible in order to
Oh, here's peak retard. How'd that work out, huh,
learning the ropes,
dipshit?
testing your abilities as
Let's go back. How'd this one work out for you?
Casual TF2 is fun for different reasons, and I don't think that I should be confined to one type of the game just because there's an antiquated mechanic that occasionally ruins it for me. But the main non-self-centered reason is quite simple, because TF2's casual and competitive modes should be as similar as possible in order to make the transition from learning the ropes to testing your abilities as seamless as possible.
Yeah, how'd that fucking work out for you, dipshit? The worst part about piece of shit like this, the worst part, is he is advocating for what killed the game. Meet your match. What killed the fucking game. Advocating for that. And he doesn't play competitive. He does not play competitive TF2. So he's talking about, you really want to graduate from casual to competitive, saying someone who doesn't play competitive. He only plays casual. He's advocating for something that doesn't even fucking exist. Like, imagine being that big of a piece of shit.
This is actually why Meet Your Match introduced a lobbying system. This is why there's an MMR rating in both casual.
Yeah, how'd that work out, huh?
This is why stopwatch mode was
Huh,
intended.
dipshit? How'd that work
The
out?
TF2 team is slowly and surely attempting to bridge the gap between casual and competitive mode, something that I 100% support because I know.
Yeah, I'm glad you supported the death of the game. I really appreciate that. People actually liked it. People who played it before it was bad, unlike you who only got to play the worst version of the game. I'm glad you really support ruining it for the people who actually love the game. I'm glad.
Just like anyone who understands what makes modern online games successful, that having as little of a divide between sub-communities in your game is the key to a flourishing.
Yeah, it's what makes you would know. Yeah, you would know what makes online games successful. Now, what's the most popular multiplayer game of all time, by the way? Fortnite? Huh? Where's Fortnite's competitive mode? Oh, nobody plays it? It's like for tournaments that people watch, I guess, but 99.9% of the player base don't. And the game only gets more casual every day. They literally removed building because it was too competitive for people. And there's a no build mode for those people. Huh. Weird. It's almost like people like playing games for fun or something. You fucking idiot.
They did it in 2012 when TF2 had become free-to-play. Valve recognized that the pay-to-play business model was becoming outdated, so they tried something new, and it brought TF2 into the modern era. And I am very confident that 5 years from now, there will be an entire generation of TF2
Yeah, I'm pretty sure no build mode is more popular than the build mode now.
Cite competitive mode as a reason why they started to play.
This might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Valve recognized that the pay-to-play business model was becoming outdated, so they tried something new, and it brought TF2 into the modern era. And I am very confident that 5 years from now, there will be an entire generation of TF2 players who will cite competitive mode as a reason why they started to play the game in the first place.
How'd that work out for you, huh? How'd that work out, dum-dum? Not quite, didn't quite pan out, did it?
Just as
brought into the modern era, dead.
Right now, they just need to add better incentives for playing competitive mode, but that's a story for an entirely different video. Anyway,
they don't need incentives. The game sucks. Competitive TF2 is unplayably bad because it was designed as a 12v12 casual game where you could switch teams at any time.
Removing random crits would be eliminating one of the biggest differences between casual and competitive mode, and not only would it be a good thing for any of the reasons that
sacrifice the casual mode that everyone loves for the competitive mode that was a massive failure and only subhuman goblins played. You hate Fortnite? Well, yeah, I mean, me too, but it's just showing people want to play. If you want to talk about not other multiplayer games like Minecraft, obviously completely casual, Roblox, completely casual. I mean, like, all of the biggest games are casual. There's a brief period where investors propped up competitive gaming, and so everyone wanted to do esports.
stated in this video, it would be good for the growth of TF2 as a game.
Hey, ankle days. Yeah. I get it, right? You don't like RNG. I get it. You don't like freedom. You don't like fun.
I never said
But what
that.
about this? What if they just added a voting system for turning random crits on or off during casual mode games?
I would be moderately okay with this compromise, but I personally don't think it would help. I think it would only increase the number of people leaving in the middle of games due to their preference not being voted for, and I honestly don't think that the issue of random crits.
What was so popular that became the main game, Nick? Are you talking about the no build? Because, yeah, I think no build did become, is more popular than build now. They made the game more casual, people had more fun, and it's more popular. Yeah, it is the no build. Yeah. The game was made more casual, more fun, and it's more popular.
Can be half-assed here. I'm all for the remove them completely kind of solution and not a half-baked attempt at a middle ground. Plus, community servers that feature random crits would become more popular, which would help those communities gain more traction.
Yeah, but what about MVM?
I personally wouldn't see a problem with keeping random crits enabled in man versus machine because the mode is very much an alternative game mode, and the
Yeah,
robots
I mean,
don't feel frustrated
this
or
doesn't
upset
matter
when
at
you
all.
the rocket. The only exchange is depending on where the bullets land. With random bullet spread disabled, which is the standard in competitive mode, the
Okay, Zesty Jesus made a good video about this. Random bullet spread affects how much damage shotguns do. If you remove random bullet spread, you have to nerf shotguns. It's fine if you want to do that, although it makes the game look like shit, because what shotgun shoots in a perfect pattern every time? That's retarded. And looks like ass. But if you want to do that, you have to nerf shotguns, because they just objectively do more damage.
Let's come out in a fixed pattern, which means that it's much more consistent how much damage.
Isn't the casualization of video games a bad thing? No, it's the normieification. See, the problem is those two words go together. Or, people use the same words. But it's not games becoming more casual in the way we're talking about here. Because old games, were all casual. They were all only about fun. It is only now that retard fucking normies have become obsessed with games that we get shitty competitive gay shit. We get stupid fucking movie games that are about, making a lecture instead of making a video game. That's all normie shit. When games were good, every video game was just about making something that was fun.
Damage will do at certain ranges. It's a small thing, but the reasoning behind disabling bloom on scatterguns and shotguns is practically the same for removing random crits. It raises the skill ceiling and makes individual situations that much less frustrating.
Let me ask you this. What would you do if they removed random crits from TF2?
I would be very happy. Not only for reasons pertaining to my own mental state.
Well, yeah, obviously you would.
TF2, but I would be happy because I know that it would be better.
Dude, for your own... I'm sorry, dude. If you lose your shit over dying to a random crit, it's time to pack it in. Again, you get nothing in TF2 for winning. You literally get nothing. You lose no MMR. Well, okay, now there's an MMR. See, that's the problem. They ruined the fucking game. But it used to be you lost no MMR, there was no rank, there was no nothing. You got nothing for winning and nothing for losing. So if you got upset about dying to a random crit, it's time to fucking calm down. You're taking shit too seriously.
For everyone. It would help the new players get better at TF2 in a way that actually makes sense. It would reward the veteran players who play intelligently. It would bridge the gap between casual and competitive, which will contribute to the longevity of TF2 overall.
Yeah, that really contributed to the longevity. Bridging the gap between casual and competitive really helped with the longevity of TF2. Definitely didn't kill the game, and now it's a piece of shit that no one wants to play anymore. No, definitely didn't do that.
The only negative result that could come from removing random crits would be that blood pressure medication sales would drop, but in the end, it's a net positive. So if you found this video informative and has either convinced you or reassured your existing belief that random crits have to go, please share this video, or at least the message behind it. The TF team listens to this community, even if the response is very slow. Things do happen.
Yeah, they really listen.
Despite the fact that Valve being at the cutting edge of modern gaming is more in the past than in the present, the ability to...
Wait. Damn it. I don't pause fast enough. There you go. That's what you get. Anyway, this is like one of my least favorite videos on the entire internet. So I'm happy I got to share it with everyone. Anyway, that's probably end of stream. I'm going to go eat lunch and chill out for the rest of the weekend. And yes, that is him. Start over. Okay. Watch the video about cell phones for. I will not. It's lunchtime. Next time I'll come with better drama if we're gonna do a drama stream, or better rage bait. Anyway, Off I go. Good night, whoever is up really late. What do I think about bots mixed into the player pool in casual games? In the Fortnite lobby is 80% bots and unranked. I don't know. I think it's fine if people like it. I have no idea. I don't play Fortnite. If people like it, it's okay. Yeah, a lot of effort in the video. Yeah, I mean, that's why people like those videos. They're super high effort. Anyway, bye, guys. Bye.